Hang on just one second. Let me see if I can do something real quick.
No doubt, no doubt.
So, welcome to another episode of Swamp Inside Fort Athletics. I'm your co-host, Anthony Beck, on my other co-host,
Jerry Brown.
And Marcus Davis, as usual.
Shit.
What's going on with y'all? How y'all doing?
Good, man. Good, bro. Just chilling on this fine Sunday. Very excited about some things going on, bro. So I'm doing good.
I, for one, am feeling great, especially after this weekend.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely. And we got a special guest joining us tonight. We have former Florida Gators legend quarterback Shane Matthews, who's also the host of Pot Up with Matthews in the Morning, 14-year NFL veteran. Shane, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, guys. How are y'all?
Great, man.
Doing good. I'm glad to have you on. And by the way, congrats on the new gig that you guys see that you're going to be the new color analyst for the radio network, you and Sean Kelly. So congrats on that.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I did a bunch of away games last year, and I didn't realize they were going to announce it. I thought they had already announced it like months ago. But, yeah, I'm excited to get it started.
Absolutely, man. Congratulations.
Absolutely.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, that's big time. I know with Mick Hubert retiring and Lee McGriff not coming back, I know it's going to be some big shoes to fill, but you guys, I think, are the right guys for the job. So I think it's going to –
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Like you said, they've had great chemistry over the years, and it's a new era. New basketball coach, new football coach, got a new voice of the Gators, and hopefully we can win some games.
I know that's right, man. Seriously, I'm ready to see my boys win.
This season could not come fast enough. It can't.
Yeah, I know, bro. It's exciting, bro. Game 1 is like electric. It's going to be electric from the start, so I'm excited.
Yeah, definitely. So, Shane, before we kind of get into previewing the season, we kind of want to talk to you about, your journey, how you ended up at Florida. What made you choose Florida coming out of high school?
Well, I grew up in Mississippi. My parents went to Ole Miss. My mom was a cheerleader there. My dad played football there with Archie Manning, and I grew up an Ole Miss Rebel. For whatever reason, I wanted to leave the state, and I narrowed my choices to Florida, Florida State, and LSU. Really wanted to play in the SEC, and my best friend was my center. He committed to LSU, and they thought I was going to go there, and it was a tough decision. I really don't know why I chose Florida. I tell a lot of people I wanted to transfer out after my first or second year to go back to Ole Miss and play, but my parents wouldn't let me. And then Steve Spurrier came in, thank goodness, and kind of changed my career.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, because I know you got there right before he took over. What was it like playing for him? I know he just looking at old clips. He's a fiery guy. Just and pretty aggressive on the field when it comes to scoring all those points. So, what was it like playing for him?
It was a joy. I mean, I played for my dad in high school, so playing for him, it was easy. He's a very demanding coach, very competitive, and it kind of rubbed off on the players. If you look at his 12 years, he lost 5 games in the Swamp in 12 years. He won more SEC titles than he lost games at home. I mean, think about that. It's a crazy stat. And his players just played the way he coached. He coached with a swagger. Players played with a swagger, the right kind of swagger, not the what about me type, what you see nowadays.
Right.
But he was just he was a tremendous person to play for. He didn't have a whole lot of rules. He had like just a handful of rules. You better follow those. But he was a player's coach. I don't think you'll find many players that played for him in 12 years that did not like him. And every player that played for him at Florida won a minimum of 9 games each year.
That's amazing to think about, man, especially, I guess growing up for me, which I'm like 23, so I didn't get to see it. My dad definitely, remembers all those teams. But me, man, like my prime memory is just us winning that championship in 2006, and then everything after that. Just the ups and the downs, 7-6 to 11-2, 7-5 to 10-3, 9-3.
A 4-win season, between.
Right. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's been a lot of ups and downs, and
Yeah.
but for his 12 years, with his record and winning 7 SEC titles in 12 years, and the craziest stat to me is he only lost 5 games at home,
Oh man.
and I think two of those losses were to Florida State, which they were like number 1 or number 2 in America. So
Right.
he was a dominating coach, and sometimes you sit back and you think, what if he never would have left?
Right.
Where would this program have gone?
Right. Mark, you had a question?
Yeah, so fast forwarding to the current day. So Coach Spurrier, when you were there, he set a standard of excellence, of dominance through the conference, won conference championships, played in the first conference championship game, won a national championship. And then fast forward to now, program has a whole fresh coat of paint under Billy Napier. Where do you see this program going under the new administration, or under the new regime?
It's heading in the right direction. Billy Sharp, he's got a plan. He's already put that plan in place. It's going to take time, though. This roster is not an SEC caliber roster. It's going to take 2 to 3. I think in year 3, you'll have the 85-man scholarships the way he wants them, which will be a legitimate SEC team. But yeah, Coach Napier and his entire staff, what they have done in the short period of time that they've been here has been just truly remarkable to me. I don't think people realize. Dan had first couple of years had some good years, but we haven't been where we needed to be. And like I said, it's going to take some time, but he is definitely the right guy.
Right. That's the one word I always had when Bill Napier got hired, was the word time. And this fan base, especially online, is not exactly known for giving time. And this is going to be something that's going to be a process. And so far, so good as far as recruiting goes. This weekend was huge. The way he closed when he first got to Florida last cycle was very encouraging. So I'm excited personally.
Absolutely.
No, like I told you, he is the right guy. He's been at Clemson, that has a tremendous foundation, tremendous culture. As the 2 winningest programs the last 10 or 15 years is the Clemson Tigers and the Alabama Crimson Tide. He's coached at both. He has the blueprint. Now we just got to translate it to wins on the field.
Now, Shane, I wanted to ask you a question, man, because we know that if you want to be an elite team at Florida, the number 1 position is quarterback. We have 3 statues outside. We have a plethora of great quarterbacks, including yourself. What advice do you give any recruit or any current quarterback that is currently, planning on enrolling at the University of Florida?
Well, there's tremendous pressure anytime you're a quarterback for any SEC school or a Power 5 school, but there's a lot of pressure here, as you said. I mean, going back to, when Kerwin Bell played, Wayne Peace, those type of guys, and then the Spurrier era quarterbacks. I mean, he put dudes in the NFL every year. And at the wide receiver position just at every position really, but I was sticking to offense. So there's a lot of pressure there. You got to have some good players around you. Ball has to kind of bounce your way. But, quarterback's the hardest position in all the sports to play. And, the quarterback, if he plays well, he gets a lot of credit. If he doesn't, he gets a lot of negative publicity.
Yeah,
but it's a team game. And trust me, those statues, Coach Spurrier won the Heisman, he'll tell you, because he made the field goal against Auburn. Danny won the Heisman because Danny was a damn good quarterback. In my opinion, he's the greatest quarterback we've ever had here. But he had a lot of NFL dudes around him. Tebow, one of the greatest players of all time, had a lot of NFL dudes around him.
Absolutely.
So you got to have help at the quarterback position.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. I think, this year we're going to have a chance to see, numerous guys step up. Whittemore, I think Xavier Henderson going to have a great year. But we need somebody to, step out on the field and be the guy, and be the Kyle Pitts, be the Percy Harvin, Kadarius Toney, somebody that can make plays, because in my opinion, you can't beat, teams like Texas A&M or Georgia or even LSU when they're at their best without having that go-to guy.
Right.
Right.
That's true, but those 3 dudes you just mentioned ain't walking through that door.
I know.
Exactly.
You mentioned 3 of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Percy and who'd you say, Kadarius Toney and Kyle
Yep.
Pitts. I mean,
Yep.
those are all first-round draft picks. We ain't got none of them. But we do have some talent. I think Ricky Pearsall, if he can get healthy, I don't know exactly the extent of his injury, but he's probably the most complete receiver. He's our fastest receiver, by the way.
Really?
That's what I was told. That's what I was told.
Wow.
All right.
That was
Yeah,
Xavier.
but he's extremely quick. He's a Travis McGriff type guy. And a lot of people. Here's a great trivia question for you guys. You guys are young.
Oh yeah.
I may have just gave it away, but do you know who has the all-time single-season receiving yardage record at the University of Florida?
I think it is Travis McGriff.
Yeah, well, I mean, I gave that away, but it's Travis McGriff.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you think about all the first-round draft picks, and Travis played in the NFL for about 4 or 5 years, but he's had the greatest season as a wide receiver from a yardage standpoint.
Incredible.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people realize just how good Travis McGriff really was. Just always open, tough as nails. Got pretty much converted every third down conversion you needed. And I think Ricky Pearsall is definitely one of those kind of guys as well. And so looking at this, well, I guess I would say current roster, like who else are you looking to be those guys to kind of step up that we may not know about right now?
Well, I tell you one receiver that I liked a lot in the spring, and I don't even remember if he got any balls in the spring game or what. And I've just liked his route running. He catches everything. Is Dejon Reynolds. I like him a lot. Whether he gets in the rotation, I don't know with this staff, but I think he's a really good wideout that nobody knows about.
I like Dejon coming out of high school too.
Yeah. I think we have a lot of guys like that, man, who I think can just step up. Me personally, I'm looking forward to see what Frazier does this year. He's shown, a few plays, here and there that he can make something out of nothing. So I would like to see him do something. I think specifically that play against Kentucky, I mean, I was like, wow, pretty impressive. The kid shows he can get down the field pretty quickly. So I like his potential.
Well, they all got a lot of potential. I think one reason probably why I like Dejon Reynolds because he's not, a lot of our receivers all look the same, meaning they're all these big, tall, strong-looking guys. And as a wide receiver, as a quarterback, you like that, but you also want those shifty, intermediate type guys, like the Jaquez Green type players. And you mentioned like the Percys and the Kadarius Tonys, and I think that's where Pearsall and Dejon Reynolds, those type of guys, they're not the 6'4", 6'3", 6'4", 6'5" guys. They just they can make people miss. That's what we need dudes that can make people miss.
Yeah.
Because I had one back in the day. Speed kills in this conference. You need that.
Oh yeah.
Like having a Justin Shorter is great because he's a guy that can down the field and he can high point the ball, especially in the red zone. But the Pearsalls of the world, the Whittemores of the world, you guys that can get open, catch the balls, especially on third down, and make something happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, with this current state of college football, we're moving into NIL and everything. So I wanted to kind of ask, how important do you think that is with the current state of college football and how can it help recruiting?
Well, that's a great question. I mean, it's I'm not a big fan of it. I'm a fan of the NIL, name, image, and likeness. I'm not a fan of, hey, let's try to buy this player to come play for us because I think it's ridiculous. Because think about all the busts that happen in the National Football League. Think about trying to give money and just buy a player who is playing high school football. I mean, there's so many guys that in my signing class back in 1988, there's guys on this roster that will be considered, quote, bust. So I have no problem with people making money off their jersey sales, autograph signings, doing car deals, commercials, whatever, because that's what name, image, and likeness is. But they've got to do something and we're not doing that. I mean, and I still don't believe in the dollar amounts that Miami and Tennessee are throwing out there, because that kind of money that
Crazy
they're
stuff.
well, it's more than majority of the NFL players make.
Right,
And,
exactly.
and a guy who's playing on Sundays has proven himself at some level that he
Mhm.
can play football. Just because you play high level or you're a pretty good player in high school does not mean you're going to translate to the collegiate level. And I had people on my show do I call it a homework assignment, research project, go back for the last 15 years of the Elite 11 quarterbacks.
Mm.
For the last 15, what percentage of the Elite 11 quarterbacks do you think started just one college football game?
Y'all got to guess?
I
I
would
don't
say
think it's
maybe.
ain't very high.
Well, I
Yeah, I
know
would say-
Bryce Ramsey. I know Bryce Ramsey is one of them that didn't.
I mean, it's like 12%.
12%?
12%.
Yes. For like the last 15 years, all the Elite 11 quarterbacks, only like 12% started just one game. That doesn't mean they were like starters. They just started like one game. So what my point is, you just never know how it's going to work out. And that's why I have zero problems with kids when they get on campus and they perform and they're good teammates. They handle themselves well for the university. Then the NIL deals. And I think what Gator Collective and those types of people, they're doing it the right way. But these people just throwing money out like what Tennessee and these guys. First of all, I don't believe it. I don't believe it one bit.
Yeah,
I think it's nonsense. I think it's nonsense.
That's how I feel about it as well, man.
Yeah, I mean, you hear numbers like $8 million, and I'm like, no, there's no way that's possible.
No, because like I told you, that $8 million for whether it was the kid going supposed to go to Miami next year or the kid going to Tennessee next year. There's two quarterbacks from California. That's more than like 18 starting quarterbacks make in the National Football League. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And those kids may never take a snap at college football.
Exactly. Like you have no idea what's going to go on. And I was telling somebody, I'm like, you look at some of the guys that are like on practice squad teams. I mean, they make out what is the average practice squad player in the NFL? What's the salary?
Well, when I was playing, that's a long time ago. It was $3,000 a week. What? I think it's up to about $6,000 or $7,000 a week now, because they get paid in the NFL. You only get paid for it. It used to be 17 weeks, but now they play an extra game, so 18 weeks. You get paid your contract for that amount. But yeah, it's I mean, look. If you're playing in the National Football League, whether you're on a practice squad or whatever, yes, you should be making, and it's usually slotted. You know, there's only about 10 guys on every roster in the National Football League that make millions. The other guys are making minimum salary, which is $300,000 or $400,000. If you've been in the league 8 or 9 years, it's up to about $800,000, which is a lot of money. Yeah. But it's not everybody's making millions of dollars, and for these college kids to be supposedly getting it just makes absolutely no sense.
That's definitely a perspective that, I haven't really thought about in that manner. Like I guess, when you look at the news, it's like, oh, such and such signs this big $1 million contract, but that's like the quarterback.
Yeah. So like the average career of an NFL player is like less than 3 years. It's like 2.5 years.
Wow.
And the reason they do that is because they have, if you're a first, second, or third year, they have it slotted. For every year you're in the league making minimum salary. It's a young man's game, man. After 2 or 3 years, if you're like one of those backup special teams players, if you're a backup linebacker, backup corner, they're going to find somebody younger and faster than you and cut you. It's just it's a lot of turnaround. It's a crazy cutthroat business. But yeah, it's only a handful of dudes on each team making a ton of money when it comes to. When I say a ton of money, I'm talking 5, 6, 7, 25 million a year. Those are your elite players. Not everybody on a roster makes it nearly that.
Right.
It's like it's nuts. Give someone a 17, 18-year-old kid $8 million to come to your school. Like when he hasn't done a single match drill in winter conditioning is just insane to me.
Well, whoever's giving him that is going to want a return on their investment. And if that kid ain't playing, those people ain't going to be real happy, and they're going to let the coach know about it. And I just think it's going to cause problems.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And By the way, have you had any chance to go out to any of the practices or anything, or see any film on them?
Yeah, I've been to 3 or 4 practices, and it's hard to see anything at practice, quite honestly. Um, it's for this year. People have always asked me, what do I think our record's going to be? Our schedule's difficult, but things can happen. If you play good, smart football, you don't make dumb penalties, the ball bounces your way, you may beat some teams you're not supposed to. But the so-called experts think anywhere between 7 and 8 wins would be a great year. I agree with that. I hope I'm wrong. I would love for us to win more than that, but I just don't know if our roster is good enough to compete against some of the teams that we have got to beat. A&M is going to be hard out there. Obviously, Georgia's loaded. Utah is damn good, but I think we can beat Utah because they've never been. I don't know if they've ever been to an SEC environment. And it's going to be. We know the heat, the humidity, and it's going to be Napier's first game. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed. But they are a solid football team.
No doubt.
So we'll see. But yeah, this team has a chance. But I think the biggest issue for me, and it's been this way for the last 3 years, has been our front seven on defense. We have got to get we just been pushed around way too much there.
I know, yeah.
The LSU game last year said it all. Like they ran one play over and over and over again. We couldn't stop it a single time.
Well, here's the other thing too, and I don't like to single out players. I try not to, but playing defense is about your assignment, knowing what you're supposed to do, but it's also about attitude and effort. And if you don't give great attitude and effort, I got a problem with that. I think any coach that's ever coached, and I've coached high school for a long time, I'm a coach's son, I've been around the game, that drives me nuts. LSU, we didn't give great effort. South Carolina, we gave worse effort.
No effort
whatsoever.
And if I was in charge of that team, I would have benched every starter on defense because I've never, sitting in the radio booth, I've never seen a team not try. And I just don't know how you can do that as an athlete because every athlete that plays college football has one goal. Well, one of their goals is to try to play on Sundays. Well, anytime you suit up, the eye in the sky don't lie. The tape. Okay.
Yep.
So that is your job interview for the National Football League. And when you don't give good effort, I don't understand it. But I will tell you this. If you ain't giving good effort with this coach staff, you ain't playing.
I know that's right. You can feel it. You can feel it.
Because for me personally, I think the Utah game for me is I'm not going to say make or break game, but I feel like a early season win against a top 10 team coming into the swamp like that, I think it'd definitely be a confidence builder for really the rest of the season, and also it's going to come down to quarterback play for me as well because Anthony Richardson, I feel like from what I've heard is making strides in his mechanics. He's more accurate and just his ability to run the ball as well. Like that RPO is I think is gonna be an issue for defenses. But you hit the nail on the head by bringing up the front seven as well, because Gervon Dexter is gonna need help in the middle, and the linebackers they're gonna have to come up and make some tackles because they've been getting pushed around, as you said, the last 3 years. And I feel like linebacker play hasn't been that great either. Secondary has been up and down. I think the secondary is going to be better this year, but we always say on this show, games and championships are won in the trenches. So on both sides of the ball, that front seven on defense and then your offensive line on offense, I feel like that's what's going to be the key, along with great quarterback play by Anthony Richardson for the whole season.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had a problem with our secondary the last few years. I know people have, but a lot of those guys are playing in the National Football League. Like I said, it goes back to our front seven, and quite honestly, there's not one player in our front seven. I think Ventrell Miller's a very good football player, but Cox has got to play better. I think Gervon Dexter has to play better. I think they have a lot of height, but they got to play better. They got to make plays. I think Anthony has a chance to have a really good year. I think he needs to run the football 12 to 15 times a game for us to be successful. But
Yeah.
he needs to understand how to run the football, like
Right.
run out of bounds, slide, don't try to run over people, whatever you got to do. But the best thing he does is run the football.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think you're going to see them utilize his ability to improvise, or as you said, RPOs, zone reads, things of that nature, and throw the ball deep. That's what I do with him. I wouldn't ask him to drop back and read anything because that's not what he does well. And I think you're going to see them utilize his athletic ability, get him outside the pocket, and that's where he causes chaos for defenses.
Right, and I always like to make a comparison, and some people like don't like the comparison, but I think about that Auburn team in 2013, 2013, the one when they had Nick Marshall and Trey Mason, and they pretty much ran that RPO to perfection. I feel like if we could find a way to do that when we have a lot of running backs and we have some guys that can go deep, just how they had what's the guy's name? Ricardo Lewis, I think his name was.
Yeah, Ricardo Lewis.
Yeah, they had those guys. Right. I think if we find a way to do that, I think we'll be very successful, but we have to be physical because that Auburn team was extremely physical up front on offense and defense when they had D Ford and those guys. So I think if we can kind of find our niche in that manner, then we should be okay and we should win some games. But it's going to take a lot of communication and just effort, and it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot, but I think we can do it.
Yeah, and I think me personally, one of the main problems I had with last season was honestly the fact that that Georgia game where we pretty much threw Anthony Richardson in as a starter. Yeah. Like if you were going to move on to him as a starting quarterback, that's not the game against that defense that you want him to get his first career start in.
Yeah,
like if you were going to do that, should have been maybe a few games before, but. I feel like this year, again, I like our running backs, but it's just the concerns I have is going to be besides Pearsall and Shorter because we know what they've done. Pearsall being at Arizona State and Shorter what he did last year coming on. That next guy who steps up at wide receiver after those two, we need to find a third guy and a fourth guy. That way, Richardson's not relying on. The two that I mentioned before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the strength of this team is the running backs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And Marcus, you had another question?
I want to go back to what Shane said earlier about Anthony Richardson's ability as a runner, like knowing how to run. One thing also I wanted him to do is know when to place over. There was one in the Georgia game where he was running, he was trying to drag guys, and then the ball ended up coming out and he ended up scoring a touchdown off of that. So
and I mean when I say he hasn't really gotten hurt running the football. I think everybody talks about he's got to stay healthy. I mean, he pulled his hamstring was against South Florida on that long run, and those things are freak accidents. But even though as big as he is, he probably doesn't understand. I mean, he understands it, but when you're in the heat of the battle, he's such a great athlete and a good runner. He may not want to or think about sliding or running out of bounds because, you think about it. Everybody got so excited when he hurdled that guy. I don't care if he hurdles another guy ever. I want him to protect himself.
Seriously.
But as you said, know when to get down if two guys have you. Just fall down because those guys are going to be stripping you. They're going to be coming taking cheap shots. He just has to realize that he's such a good athlete. There's a time and place when to use that athleticism, if that makes any sense.
Oh, definitely. I think he should definitely watch a lot of Cam Newton because Cam Newton in college specifically, he had plays where he'd run people over, but he also knew how to slide when he had to. And that pretty much preserved him and his body throughout the course of that season because, he was the offense. So I think that's very important for AR to, do. And sometimes you see that guy make plays and it's like, oh my God, like he's incredible. But at the same time, you're holding your breath because you don't want anything to happen to him. So, I totally agree.
Yeah, as soon as he pulled up against South Florida, I was like, oh no.
It was bad. I was watching that game with my dad and we just collectively like, oh no.
Yeah.
Now with Billy Napier and his recruiting, as we've really seen the last couple of months, and this weekend specifically, recruiting is starting to really pick up. So I guess from your point of view, what do you think the difference is between this staff and the last staff? Is it that they relate more to the players, or are they just more aggressive in their approach?
I think it's probably both, and it's also a combination. They have more people in the recruiting department with all these analysts and things, and this new facility is finally here, and that was something that we were pretty much one of the only schools in America that didn't have one. So it was ridiculous. But he's a great recruiter. He's got the blueprint. He's got a great staff. They know what they're doing, and you've seen it the last few days.
Yeah, definitely. It just seems like that the kind of coach you just want to play for. Like you just want to run through a wall for him.
Yeah.
And that's something that we've been missing really since the Urban Meyer days. And I mean, Muschamp was a fiery guy, but it's just on one side of the ball, we just couldn't get anything going. Don't even get me started with the last two after him, but that fiery guy that we have as the head coach, no nonsense, all about business, attention to detail, wants everything run the right way. This was the guy that me personally I wanted ever since the rumors of Dan Mullen being gone. This was my number one guy that I wanted. For what we've seen, it's the exact reason why I wanted him.
Yeah, I mean he's turned down a lot of big Power 5 jobs because he waited for the one that he wanted and he thought he could win at. And he knows Florida's had success in the past, and there's no reason why we can't get back there. And but he also knows that it's going to take some time. And like I said, he's laying the foundation. And I look for us to, in the next couple of years, to be right up there with the big boys.
Now, Shane, I want to ask you a question, man, because earlier you said, you keep emphasizing it's going to take time. And like we said before, Gator fans, we don't like to give time. Anytime we see something go left, we start to panic. So realistically, in your eyes, how many years do you think it will take for us to, one, get over the hump as far as, dethroning Georgia in the East, and two, getting to the college football playoff?
Well, we've never been to the playoffs, so
right now
it's tough. I mean, there's really only a handful of teams that have been to the playoffs.
Yeah,
that's what's crazy if you go back and look at it. And the reason I say that is because we're all excited because it's football season and we got a new coach and we're hot on the recruiting trail. We got Anthony Richardson at quarterback. I get all that, but you got to remember we still went 6-7 last year.
Right.
We had a losing record, and but we lost some games that we should not have lost. However you want to look at it, whether it was dumb penalties, just no effort, whatever. And the reason I just say that is because when you look at the roster, when you look at Georgia's roster, you look at Clemson's roster, you look at Ohio State, Alabama, all these teams that seems like year in and year out in the 14 playoff, top to bottom, they're 85 scholarships. I mean, you're talking about tremendous competition for playing time at every position.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I think it's going to take to year 3. We look at who's committed for next year. Can those kids come in and make an impact immediately? They might, because do we have any game changers on the roster right now? We don't really know until this season plays out. So I just think give him what he did in this recruiting class, the 23, and then obviously they've already started working on 24. Mm-hmm. I think once he has all those guys from top to bottom, I think we'll have that roster that we'll all, whether we unseat Georgia, I don't know, but we'll be right up there with them.
Definitely.
Yeah. One thing I'm really encouraged by is that there's a big emphasis on defensive line in this recruiting cycle. Especially yesterday, you get guys like a guy like Kelby Collins, you land a guy like Cameron James today, and we're not exactly up to par as in the SEC as far as defensive line goes, except for maybe one guy, and that's a stretch because we don't know exactly. So, in going to the future in the next 2-3 years, and if recruiting keeps ramping up like the way I'm encouraged, the way it's going, I'm really confident how the defensive line is going to look because it needs to be a lot better than what it is right now.
Like I said earlier, I don't follow recruiting like most people. I see what positions. if you look at this recruiting class, as you just said, majority of it is D-line and wide receivers. Okay. Am I right? Then we sign a bunch of wide receivers in this.
Yeah,
Or we have committed to us.
Committed right now.
Yeah. So that tells you right there what the weaknesses are on this football team, in my opinion.
Yep, you're exactly right. And also to add to last night, adding a guy like Will Norman from IMG Academy, just guys like that I feel like can come in and not only play right away, but when they do start playing, you're going to see the difference in the defensive lineman we had in previous years to what we have in this class. Because I feel like years back we were getting developmental guys that can be good players, the great players with the right coaching, but they had to develop. The guys that we've landed in this class along the defensive line are guys I feel like can come in and play right away. And that's what you need, because teams like Alabama, Georgia, Clemson, Ohio State, Texas A&M with the defensive line class they just landed this past cycle. They're all guys for Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State, teams like that, and Georgia recently. Every guy that they landed along the trenches are guys that can play right away. And because they were able to play right away, they got that experience, they got better, it led to national championships. So we definitely need to land guys like what we've landed so far that can come in, play right away, and get us over the hump and maybe into the college football playoff very soon.
I agree.
No, definitely, man. I mean, I think I'm very excited about a few guys, that can kind of set the tone for this tenure in this staff. Like a guy like Tyreek Sapp, I have very high hopes on. I mean, he's a guy that has a tremendous motor, very skilled in my opinion. He's a guy that I feel like just works hard. Jalen Lee, but as we said before, we have to make sure we keep landing those guys so that we don't have to worry about, as our guy Tim always says, Kyrie Campbell going down, then the whole defensive line defense is like shaking and we can't recover. So if we keep getting those guys in, man, I think we'll definitely be in good shape, because the trenches are won. I mean, the games are won in the trenches in the SEC for sure.
Yeah, and as a former quarterback, I just wanted to ask, what are some of the things you look for whenever you watch, different quarterbacks? Like just what are some of the things that you want to see from them?
I'm a big accuracy and anticipation decision-making guy. Because when you look at and I always look at NFL quarterbacks, majority of the NFL quarterbacks, the great ones are great decision makers, but they're extremely accurate and they have great anticipation. Lamar Jackson's kind of the unique one. He's a good thrower, not a great thrower, but a phenomenal runner. But he hasn't, he's never won a playoff game. And I think in the National Football League, if you can't throw at a high level, you ain't going to play and you ain't going to win. That's why you look at the Mahomes, the Brady's, the Aaron Rodgers, there's the Matt Staffords, those guys, they can flat out throw the football into tight windows. And so that's what I look at quarterbacks is the decision-making, accuracy and anticipation, and then how tough are you and what kind of competitor are you?
For sure.
Yeah, definitely. I know you said you signed with Florida in '88. You were actually there when my cousin was there, Emmett Smith. So, and leading into this, I wanted to ask, because I know when he got drafted in 1990 at a draft party, there's a rumor that were you actually at that draft party? I just wanted to ask real quick.
I'm trying to think if I was or not. Where was it in Gainesville or in Pensacola?
It was in Pensacola.
No, I was not there. It was probably his high school quarterback, Johnny Nichols, who was on our team. He was
he was there.
Johnny was our holder all the years he was here, but he was Emmett's quarterback in high school.
Yeah. I wanted to ask because there was a rumor going around.
What's the rumor?
He was actually at the draft party in 1990 here in Pensacola. So I wanted to ask if he was there.
No, not that I can remember.
Yeah. But those were some really good teams even back then. It's just what was the? I'm trying to remember who the coach was. It Galen Hall
Galen Hall.
or
Yeah.
Spurrier? What was the
Mhm.
difference between those two coaches? Because you got to play for both of them. And Galen Hall, I feel like was a pretty decent coach as well. So, what was the difference between the two? Would you say?
Just their personality. I mean, I didn't have a whole lot of interaction with Galen other than when they recruited me because I was buried way down the depth chart my first couple of years. He's a real quiet kind of head coach. Didn't say a whole lot. Where Spurrier was in charge of everything, and he ran everything. So, just different personalities. Every head coach is different. And Galen had a lot of success at a lot of places he went after Florida and before Florida. He played quarterback, I think, at Penn State. He's coached there a long time. He's now retired, but I think he coached with the Cowboys for a long time. But he was a good football coach. Just they had a lot of issues that he really, I don't know all what got everybody on probation. I don't know all that stuff.
No, yeah, and so before we let you get up out of here, because we know that you've been very busy, so gotta get a Spurrier story from you. Like what's one of the wildest things you've seen him do, or just any kind of story that you can give us from him?
Well, one of my favorite Spurrier stories. It was my senior year. I wasn't really recruit. I was down. It was on a recruiting visit, and James Bates was a true freshman. So it was after his true freshman year because he and Werfel and all those guys. My senior year were all true freshmen. But we're in the locker room on a recruiting weekend on a Saturday after they'd gone to the academic center, and all the parents and the kids are in the locker room taking pictures because they got your nameplate up there, your jersey with your number, name, and all that. Mom and dad, little sister, they're taking pictures. And I'm just kind of walking around the locker room, and Coach Spurrier walks up to the James Bates, who's hosting a guy named Devin Bush, who was a really good linebacker that ended up going to Florida State. And it says number 44 Bush. And mom, dad, sisters, little brothers are all sitting there. And Spurrier goes, "Batesy, aren't you number 44? Bates said, "Yes, sir, coach." He goes, "Well, Devin, I guess you're going to have to get a different number if you're going to be a Gator." And he ended up going to Florida State.
That's so much like Spurrier.
I mean, think about that, though. Most coaches would be like, we'll do whatever we got to do.
Yeah, right.
He didn't care. He said, "You're going to have to get a different number. That's Batesy's." So that's one of my favorite Spurrier stories because no other coach in the world would say that.
Yeah, not to a player like Devin Bush. No. But especially to a player like Devin Bush, we all know how good he was when he played at Florida State. So, man, I'll tell you what kind of coach he was. But I think we may have just lost Shane. But we can get him back on. I think we had one more. I think Jerry, you had one more question for him, didn't you?
No, I didn't have another question. I was good.
But just in case we can't get Shane back on, I think it's Wi-Fi. I'm not sure what happened, but we'll try and get him back on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and plug it. You can follow their podcast page on Twitter. Pot Up with Matthews in the Morning at Matthews Morning. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Just make sure you give them a follow and give them a listen. But recruiting this weekend.
Oh man!
Over.
Oh boy, we got something to talk about, don't we?
Oh man!
A lot of fireworks this weekend. So
that's right.
Fireworks is an understatement.
Yeah, it's an understatement. So what was y'all's thoughts on the guys that we got to pop this weekend?
Well, I posted something a while ago on Twitter, and I was basically saying I need X, Y, and Z on my roster, and a few of those guys that I mentioned in the tweet are on my roster now. Well, they're about to be, and I am ecstatic, man. I mean, Will Norman's a guy that I've been following for a while. I didn't think we were going to get him at the beginning, but just seeing him commit yesterday, super excited. If you watch all those guys we got their film, you see a lot of tenacity. You see a lot of the Derek Harvey, a lot of the Jarvis Moss, a lot of the like the Jay Howard, Sharif Floyd, Dominic Easley type, energy. And I think that's one thing about the University of Florida, man. If you have a good defense line at the University of Florida, you're going to beat some people. You're going to be a good team, and you're going to be respected. In the last few years, we haven't had that. We haven't had guys that could put the fear into, a lot of opponents. So, man, I am just ecstatic about the guys that we landed, and I think we are on to a great start. Like, we're doing it. We're doing it. So, shout out to Napier.
Is looking real good, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Me personally, I would say, of course, the biggest get was clearly Kelby Collins.
Right.
Being able to add a player like him from Gardendale, Alabama, basically in Alabama's backyard, over Alabama and Georgia, to be able to land a player like him was obviously the biggest get of the weekend. Just looking at his film, just aggressive, play, uses his hands really, really well. Can play inside, can play on the edge. He's gonna get to the quarterback one way or another. That's all I'm telling you.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
IG bios, I hate quarterbacks. That tells me you are made to be a Gator.
Yeah.
Like that's all I need to know. So
the man's profile says I hate quarterbacks. Yeah, sign me up. Sign me up.
Give me some more of that.
I mean,
he's a dog.
Yeah, he definitely is. And even after the day with the guys we got, we have now landed in the top 10 in recruiting.
And what's funny about that? What's funny is that if we land 1 5-star,
we're top 5 at least.
We're top 5, pretty much.
Top 5-star.
5-star is,
and we know who he is, and
it's waiting.
We're just waiting. We're just waiting. Hopefully, there are no moves made by Satan himself, but
he's gonna try because he's gonna put the full court pressure on. But I am encouraged. I ain't afraid. I'm sitting back and relaxing till he say he's committing. So.
Yeah, I think there's a few more that we're gonna get too as well before that. So I'm just I'm elated. Let me tell you, like I haven't felt like this. It's kind of like surreal because I'm so used to us like
you so used to tweeting had the table season every single recruiting cycle,
huh?
You're so used to tweeting out hat on the table every time we land somebody's top 5 or top
right,
3.
bro. It's like, oh, we know they're just there for the Gator graphic and followers, and then they're just gonna commit to like Alabama or Georgia. So
yeah, I basically got sick of saying, y'all saying hat on the table. I'm just basically saying, hey, we're just happy to be here.
Distant third.
We're just happy to be here.
Third.
But
but like the fact we beat out Georgia and Alabama for Kelby Collins, a guy like that. That tells me everything I need to know about this current regime. Because under the previous coach, we even put up a fight like at all.
Under the previous coach, we're not even a hat on the table.
That's what I'm saying. We're not even a hat on the table in the previous cycle. We're not putting up any type of fight. The minute we see Nick Saban on Instagram with him next week, we're like, okay, we're out of that. Move on to the next person. But Billy Napier said, no, I'm standing my ground. I want this kid. I'm going to get this kid. And we got him. So I am more than encouraged.
Yeah. And me personally, if recruiting is fun again. Recruiting is very fun again.
Fun indeed, man. I just want this. I'm so tired of just saying, okay, let's hope we get near like top 12 at least. No. This is University of Florida. We're going top 5 or bust straight up.
Yeah. No more top 10. We had a couple of top 10 classes under the previous regime, but it was never really enough to get over the hump.
Yeah, like it's so night and day when you see the actual quality of players in this current class compared to other ones that were top 10. Like there's 1 3-star and how many 4-stars? Like 14?
Yeah, I think it's 14 4-stars.
That says it all. Like it's nothing but quality, nothing but blue chip players coming through here at the University of Florida in this class. That's what we need to get back to the top.
Yeah, we're going to show y'all on the screen. We actually have Kelby Collins' highlights And all I'm gonna say is this: y'all gonna appreciate this.
Y'all gonna love this kid when he comes here.
Nah, he is a monster. He's a monster.
Now we do have to remember he's still in Alabama's backyard as well, so we still gonna have to battle them regardless.
Yeah. Like none of these guys are committed. Like it's not over yet. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to make sure we just stay locked in. And my main thing is getting those signature wins and beating the people that we need to beat in order to sustain these guys and sustain the recruiting class. I think that's the most important thing. But as long as we do that, we should be fine. We just can't implode. And I don't think we're going to implode. This is year one.
Don't piss down your leg in these games.
Right. Here's a guy here that you talking about can move sideline to sideline at his position.
And force a turnover.
Absolutely. Very instinctive guy. Look at that. Quick.
Great hands. Got good get off.
Yep. My God.
Sniffed out the run game.
Oh my God, bro. You love to see this type of guy. And we've seen him line up outside and inside, by the way, y'all.
Sorry, Shane just texted me, said his phone had died. That's why it kind of dropped off. So
it's all good.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so we'll definitely try and get him back on the show pretty soon as well. So
yes, sir.
Definitely enjoyed that
conversation. A legend. Much appreciated.
That Spurs story is hilarious. That sounds just
that's Spurrier-esque right there. That's definitely him.
Now, as we watch this film, I want to ask y'all. So, of course, the season is approaching, and we have these conversations, and I pretty much ask y'all this maybe like every other show. But again, the season's about to start. Realistically, how are we feeling about the wins and losses? I mean, have y'all made up your minds of what the record is really going to be? I'm feeling a little bit deluded, unfortunately. I don't want to be like that, but I like the energy that we have, man. I'm kind of feeling like, and I don't want to compare, that season that Mac had 2015, but I really feel like we have a very good defense.
Yeah, let's just hope AR doesn't get suspended. By the way,
yeah, don't put the evil out there, bro.
Yeah, don't.
No. But if we go in and beat Utah game 1 and beat them good, it's gonna be hard for me to say that.
Because that's a good team over there. Like they lost a lot of guys in the NFL, but like Kyle Whitehead knows how to coach a defense at Utah.
That's a very good team. And they have Mahmoud. So
don't even do that. But that's the barometer game. Like where are we as a program currently?
Right. And see, I don't think we're as far behind as what people think. I really don't believe.
I don't think so either. Like I think, think about it. Like first of all, you can, if things go your way, even if you're not quite up to par with like the big dogs of the conference, you can still win 9-10 games possibly if things bounce your way. Because think about it, we lost a lot of games because we were undisciplined. We had a lot of penalties. People didn't know what we were doing. We gave no effort in some of those games, i.e. South Carolina. If you just do all those things, you can win games you shouldn't, or you can win close games that you're in.
No reason why we should have lost to Kentucky or Missouri, bro.
No excuse for that whatsoever.
No excuse for that.
No excuses for that.
Like we've gone so far that the Tennessee, the damn Kentucky's considered a trap game. Like that should never happen. That should never be in our vocabulary.
Exactly.
It really should.
I hate the fact that Dan Mullen kind of made us stoop down to that level to where it's like, oh, watch out for Kentucky because, bro, in all my life, I was never worried about Kentucky. And with all the respect to that program, and, I think Mark Stoops is a great coach, but I was never worried about Kentucky.
At no point was I ever worried about Kentucky until I got to high school. Like, what is this?
Never, bro. Never. So,
yeah, if we kept them around, if we weren't careful, we're gonna have to be worried about Tennessee again. I really don't want to live that.
No, that's the game right there. I think if there's a stumbling block along the road, and only because they have an experienced quarterback coming back, and it's going to be in Neyland, and it's going to be loud. I mean, that place is one of the best, one of the best in the country.
Josh Heupel is a very good offensive coach. Like they can score points and they can move the ball.
Exactly, but I fully expect us to do well. I think we can beat them. I mean, easily, but
until we lose to them, I expect us to win.
Right. It's gonna be an annoying game, but I think we'll pull it out.
Yeah, it's gonna be an annoying game because you know how that crowd can be, and I don't want to keep hearing Rocky Top all day. I'm not trying to hear that.
Right.
That's how you know they're around because I hate that damn song.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but as we just saw with Kelby Collins' highlights, yeah, we got a comment talking about Alex Brown from Jake saying he was that dude. Yes, he was that dude.
Oh, Alex Brown. Yes. Yeah.
With Kelby, I can see a little bit of it. Maybe not as fast because Alex Brown had speed.
He had get off of days.
Like they're like offensive linemen. There were times where he's already passing before the lineman's even out of his stance fully.
It came with toothless hillbillies.
No, you're right, bro. You're
right, though. You're dead right.
You're right.
Because I'm trying to keep this new streak going, bro. Because think about me and Jerry are the same age. Like the last time until 2016 that we lost to them was when we were like what, first grade?
Bro, yeah.
That was 2004. Yeah, that was the year Hurricane I. Oh God, I remember that long field goal. Yep, 2004. That's when it was.
And man, like of course around this time, like when GameSpot started up, like Saturdays, I'll watch a few games to kind of just reminisce and kind of look back. And I was watching Florida Vanderbilt from last year, and then the game went off, and then how YouTube auto plays. Guess what game it went on, bro? Out of all the games that could have popped up, guess which one popped up?
Don't tell me South Carolina.
Tennessee 2016.
Oh God.
Oh man,
bro.
And to think, bro, like we had Tennessee, bro, like we were beating them like a drum
with a backup quarter with Appleby.
No, like
we're up 21-3.
It was Doug, bro. It was Doug. He got super vanilla for no reason. So, God, bad memories, bro. Bad memories.
I never want to relive that game ever again.
That's why I can't watch.
Got ejected after the dude flopped after that damn fake ass punch. I was like, come on, I hate this fucking program.
Now I want to ask y'all another question about the roster. So, what position group are you looking to step up most and have the most impressive year outside of the running backs?
Secondary,
okay.
Linebackers because they absolutely have to.
Especially with what I'm hearing from Devin Moore.
He's
going to see the field.
I agree with linebacker too, though, because Shamar James is another name y'all need to look out for.
No,
that
Devin
kid's going
Moore
to be at linebacker.
Do we feel like, are we hearing that Devin Moore is a little bit more developed than Kamari so far?
I said Kamari is pretty well developed as well. He knows the playbook pretty well. The one thing that surprised me, well, it's not a surprise because of who he is, but the fact that he's a freshman doing this, they're saying he's a leader out there.
I believe it. He's very, very smart.
They're saying he is a leader out there, and I believe that. It's that's just in his DNA. That's his personality. He's always been a leader, and he gonna be one of them ones. That's all I'm gonna say. He's gonna be one of them ones.
Yeah, this program got a fresh coat of paint, bro. I don't care where it comes from, what class you are. If you leading this football team, then I am all for it. Like,
Marcus, you said the linebackers. Who do you expect to see from the linebacker group step up and be the man outside of Ventura?
Outside of Ventura, I know he's going to be solid as a rock. Shamar James needs to see the field because what I'm hearing, that kid is special. From what I'm hearing.
Oh, he's going to see the field. You can bet the house on that. He's going to see the field a lot too.
Good, because Amari Burney being there is kind of.
He looks better though.
Okay, bro. I was
a lot better.
I feel like he's going to be a guy that because we have no questions. We have no questions about Amari Burney's athletic ability. We know Amari Burney is very capable. We just haven't seen him. And I think he's never been coached properly. So when you have that and the scheme didn't fit him as well, of course he's going to look below average. He's flashed a little bit, but he hasn't had the coaching. So I feel like, if we have coaching this year that can get him there, he could possibly be like the most improved player on the team. Definitely.
I'm gonna say this right now. Games start getting played. and Amari Burney looks really, really good out there, that's going to say a lot about that previous coaching staff.
It's gonna say everything about that.
It's going to say everything, and it's going to have me to the point where I'm going to say, you know what? Maybe these players weren't as bad as we thought.
I'm telling you,
Maybe
bro,
that coaching staff was just that terrible.
Because the thing with Amari Burney, he always got moved around somewhere. He had him playing like trying to be a star for some reason. Like he's not a star. He's a true off-ball linebacker. That's not what he is. It's a little bit of Trey Dean syndrome.
Linebacker, really?
Yeah, it's like I say, it's Trey Dean syndrome. Like he got moved around a lot of times. He flashed a little bit when he was able to play at one spot at just safety. Then we start moving around. It got a little fuzzy for him. Same with Bernie.
Yeah. So, like I said, and by the way, they do look better. Everybody that was on that previous coaching staff, I'm gonna need about 60% of what y'all made while y'all was at Florida, because clearly y'all didn't deserve it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Because if you were watching those football teams on play defense, you were entitled to compensation. Because good God,
watching those football teams do what?
Try to play defense.
Oh, I was gonna say, because I don't think there was any defense being played.
No,
not very sound defense. I know that for sure.
I mean, we have guys. We have guys, man, that I think are just going to step up big time.
Y'all, this comment got to come on here. This comment by Jake got to come on here. Everybody watching this, read this comment right here. This literally says it all.
Yeah.
This legit says it all. These players were not lying. They literally showed you what they were being fed.
Rice Krispie treats. Rice
Krispie treats. Rice cakes. They were eating rice cakes.
Goddamn, bro. Fruit punch and now layers were being served in the damn cafeteria. That's how bad it was.
Like, I'm leaving this comment up here for a little while. Look,
hang that in the ever, bro. Hang that up.
I mean, come on now. I mean, this is what was being fed, and you look at the food that they had last year compared to what they're getting now.
Like every player we interviewed on here, we all said the same thing about the food. Like that tells you every single thing you need to know.
Literally, the first thing they said was the difference. Was the food.
Like they were being fed like kids in a developing country.
And you know what else, bro? Like something else outside of the food, bro. Like as I was watching Chief Borders live, like the replay, seeing how excited those kids were just to have that new facility, that brand new aura.
Oh, man.
I'm like, that just tells you the state, like the state of the program as far as facilities and everything. We were way behind, bro.
Like, you know how long we were screaming about new facilities? It was at least since like 2011, 2012. That's at least I remember.
That's crazy.
I mean, you heard Shane on here. It's ridiculous that we were one of the only schools that didn't have a football-only facility.
Like, there's no excuse. This is the University of Florida. You should be top in line in everything. And you a whole decade behind these programs? Come on now.
That's disturbing, bro. And you expect to win championships like that. I mean,
you a whole decade behind a program who just joined the SEC a decade ago in Texas A&M. Right. Like, that's how bad it was.
Right.
And put it this way. That's literally part of why we were losing recruits. Facilities.
Yeah.
If we would have had this facility 4 or 5 years ago, do you know how different this roster might look?
Bro.
So much different.
Look at the athletic training tables, bro, the physical therapy tables. Beautiful. They got some type of ice bath with a treadmill inside of it. Like a dining area with so much space, different parts of the rooms where you can go work out. I mean, it's just like, wow, dude. I mean, I had no clue that we were that behind. I knew we were behind, but I didn't know we were that behind. And so, just seeing those guys light up and get that excited about the simple things, bro. Like, you have to remember, those are kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, that means a lot. Having just equipment and facilities to kind of get you in that mood where you want to go practice, where you want to go play, where you want to commit somewhere. So that's huge, bro. I'm super happy for University of Florida for doing that. That's big.
Now, just in case, if they hiring, they want people to work in there. I mean, us three are available. Just to let y'all know. I mean,
ready, willing, and able.
They better not have no terrible barbers in that barbershop.
Oh, hey, man. Barbers up in there.
Hey, look, we don't need no terrible barbers now. And by the way, somebody on here tried me about my barber. That's
no.
I got something for him. I remember that one. But anyway, yeah, just look at you just look at the whole facility, state of the art, weight room, elite, that locker room. I'm just gonna go right ahead and say it.
That shit is majestic.
The baby locker room down in South Florida, down in Coral Gables, don't even compare.
Put your leg room at. Put your money up. Put your money up, Miami. Put your money up.
Throw it up there, Jerry.
Put your money up.
Your boys ain't even got leg room. Talking about
it's only temporary. I don't want to hear that.
Me, bro. Talk to me, bro.
Come on now.
Come on now. Y'all ain't got leg room in y'all locker room. Look how excited these kids were.
Right.
They able to stretch out, recline,
get out beds. Me personally, if I'm in there and I got my own locker and I lay out, look, I'm going to sleep. That's all I'm telling you. I'm going to sleep.
Bro, they have wireless charging, bro. Come on now.
Wireless charging.
Bro.
The players' lounge got a pool table. Hey, I'll play any of y'all in pool, by the way, if you're watching. I'll play any one of y'all.
If y'all playing dominoes, I'm up in there.
Now, quick question that's random. When was the facility first scheduled to open? Was it supposed to open like this time? Like last year around this time?
I want to say yeah, but I'm not sure.
Because I know they were saying, "Oh, we're going to open it, yada yada yada." But was it supposed to be like this day around last year? Did they speed up the process?
I know it was supposed to be. I remember a few weeks ago they were going to try and open it, but they didn't. They had to extend it. And so
I got a theory behind that, but
baby, hold on. You got a theory, huh?
Got a theory.
Lay it out.
I think Billy Napier is very tactical, bro. Like, he pays attention to the small details. Right at a time where you need to build that camaraderie, that excitement, it opens up. Right as fall camp starts, bro. I'm telling you, like, this guy, he's a genius. He's a genius. I don't typically say that about people, but I feel like Napier is just a genius, bro. Everything he does, every move he makes, like strategic. It's like very strategic. Like, he knows. I feel like he knows some guys are coming to Florida. Like, I'm sure there are plenty silent commits, but of course he doesn't want certain guys to pop until a certain time. Because I mean, bro, think about these guys committing what three in the last 2 days. Come on, man. Like,
right.
It's very strategic, dude. Like, I love it.
Actually, 4 commits.
4.
Miles Graham, son of Gators, former Gators running back Ernest Graham.
Right.
He committed today. By the way, did y'all see that edit from Hayes?
Oh, that was a great
edit. I love that one.
Yeah.
Having his dad right there in his uniform, then having him on top saying continuing the legacy.
That's perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's perfect. And what a way to kick that class off, the 2024 class. Yeah. So to get the number 2 linebacker in the country for the 2024 class, the way to kick that class off.
Hey, we gotta snatch one more, bro, from South Carolina. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, man.
Not only from South Carolina, but from somebody's backyard.
Yeah, Trayon, just in case you're watching,
working magic, dog.
We see you working now.
That boy's a demon.
Hey, but after you leave the University of Florida, man, Bill Neverbear call that boy and put him on staff because he's doing the Lord's work.
Yeah, well, I want to see.
That's after he plays 15 years in the NFL, though. I mean,
of course. I'm just saying, like, bro he's out here killing it on the trail. He's killing it more than most coaches do.
Hold on, here's the comment. It was delayed from the original date because they the new baseball stadium. That's what it was.
That's right.
That's what it was. When they built the new baseball stadium, they had to move the date back. Yeah, that's right. I remember that now.
Got you.
I think it was supposed to open last year.
That's what I thought. I was like, I didn't know when it's supposed to open, but okay, got you.
It's like slipped my mind for some reason.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Now, with some of the other commits we mentioned Kelby Collins. Let's move on to Cameron James here. So, I know actually Will Norman, because Will Norman committed later that night from IMG Academy. Thoughts on him?
Marcus, you go ahead as I'm about to pull up some film, brother.
I'm glad that recruitment is finally wrapped up right now because that was a odd couple months about Will Norman. And then I see Kelby come in, and then I'm just kind of scrolling. And all of a sudden, I see Will Norman decides to make the move here. I was like, okay, great. The IMG pipeline is continuing. You got Kamari last cycle, and then you get Will Norman this cycle.
You got Najee Harris as well at IMG Academy, offensive lineman.
Which I need some offensive linemen in this class also. So,
hey Najee, if you can work your magic with your teammate Francis. Mount you can work your magic there, man. Hey,
keep it going. But anyway, other than that,
just telling, Miami's selling dreams that ain't real.
Them dreams is not looking good. You ain't gonna have no leg room in your locker room or nothing, bro. Come on, make the move. But other than that, like Will Norman, he's a guy who has terrific size for a defensive lineman, especially at this age. He's playing a lot of big end for IMG right now. He could play inside. He could be an interior pass rusher in time. I really like his get off. I really like his hands. I really like the violence he plays with. That's something that we're missing. So,
yeah, 6'5", 280. Yeah, he's definitely gonna be. I think he's gonna be more of a defensive tackle, play inside.
Probably, yeah.
With that size, and coming from that program, he's gonna be pretty well developed. Jerry is still looking for film on him, but is it just again one of those kind of guys that I think can come in and play right away because,
we don't have the tackles right now, straight up.
Other than Gervon Dex, I like Jalen Lee, I really do, and I think he can be really good for us this year. They said he's had a really good camp. Him and Gervon, I think, are the starters there inside. So. Yeah. I like Jalen Lee. I love what he brings to the table. I like him coming out of high school, and I think he's going to be really good for us this year and next year. So, but Will Norman is a guy that I think when those guys leave can come in and definitely get some early playing time right away. Harrison in the group chat we're in. Yeah, you're right. We need depth everywhere.
Badly. Because you cannot win in this conference. You can't win big time college football if you don't have guys behind you, guys that can play. Because I'll even say like this: like, look at Georgia. Like, Trevor, how many years did Trevor Walker start at University of Georgia? 1 year, really?
I think 1 year, and he only started like half the season, didn't he?
He was number one overall pick. He's playing for the guys who, 5 of them are either went first round or going first round. Like Quay Walker didn't even really get a chance to start all that much. And he went in the first round ahead of the Kobe Dean. Like, you need guys that can play in every single position.
Yeah, definitely. And I think Jerry found the film here. So let's look at Will Norman and his highlights here.
Let's see what we got.
Get Jerry back on here.
Can you see me?
Yeah, we can see.
We can now. Why is there a Bama hat behind you? I'm just playing.
Bro, chill out, bro. Chill out.
Relax.
You ain't thinking about flipping, are you?
Nah,
I'm not. This man Jerry got a whole huddle game film. All right, where we at?
Where Will Norman is. Because I think he wears number 9 for IMG Academy.
Number 9?
I think he does.
Oh, is that him right there? In the middle.
It's almost like he's flipping. Oh, this is funny. This comment's funny. I'm sorry, I got to put it up.
We're in the stadium, you. Hey man, all I'm saying is if I'm a recruit, I don't want to bust 40 minutes into not even Miami
right
to go play my home games.
Yes, yeah.
I'm just saying.
I think that's them against American Heritage.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Shout out to American Heritage. They got a lot of talent there too most of the time.
We all know both teams are calling each other out, but matchup people want to see is IMG against Lakeland this year.
I need that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, strong. Just strength on the inside. That's what we need right there.
Definitely.
Strength, I think good pad level, all that.
Guys that can get a push, good pad level. That's what I look for.
He's a little raw, but he's gonna get.
Hey man, you getting right with Coach Chaos, bro. That pad level gonna be good in no time.
For sure.
What we got here?
Cameraman deserves to be fired.
Hey man, it's Huddle, bro. Ain't no cameraman.
I looked for some stuff on YouTube, but I couldn't find any there. But that's one thing about Will. He has like very limited film available.
Because he really hasn't played football that long, so I mean, he's not gonna have
Right.
as much film. But I like what I see. I like the athleticism. I like the functional athleticism that he has.
No, definitely. And what I love about him, man, is I love the way he works out. Right, like whenever I get a defensive lineman, any defensive player, I look to see where the workout film at, bro. Where they in the weight room, like, you know what I'm saying, like what's going on. And anytime a guy's a weight room fanatic, weight room freak, they always gonna pay off, bro, because they have that work ethic. And Will Norman, what I've seen, is a guy that loves the weight room, so I have no concerns about him. No concern.
I seen them type of guys in high school. I played with a dude my senior who went committed to Florida State, and he was getting cooked in practice.
Right.
And then my junior year, he played Bishop Kenny High School.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Tyler Jordan?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He played at Bishop Kenny.
That's right.
But one of my homeboys beat him for like 2.5 sacks that day.
Didn't we have Tyler Jordan 2015?
I think we did.
I think it was.
No, I
think he played from 2016 to 2019. I want to say,
but he committed 2015 though, right? Was CC Jefferson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was part of that class.
That's what I thought. Dang, what a crazy time, bro! What a crazy time.
I was like, the fact I actually got to play against dude.
Yeah,
is actually kind of crazy.
Did you win any battles against him?
Oh, I was on linebacker, so I didn't really have.
Ooh, Marcus, bro.
Oh, so he didn't pull him around and have to hit you or anything?
No, we shot guy because they had like Charles Wade who played at Wake Forest, so they were in Wildcat with him every now so often, and he would pull the other side and he would come around and hit the open gap.
No,
but all I'm saying is one of my homeboys was beating Tyler Jordan like a drum that day.
I believe it, bro. I believe it. Now, have y'all heard anything? What were you about to say, B?
No. What were you saying?
I was about to say, have you heard anything about the scrimmage? Did we have a scrimmage?
We did. Now some of the scrimmage notes, I mean, some of them can be a little skewed because
they are what they are. Like,
Oh, yeah. No, bro. I know.
Remember we heard the scrimmage notes from last year and everybody was freaking out? Yeah, that was a
rightfully so.
It turns out a lot of it was kind of correct, but like, you know how we do in this fan base.
They were dead on. My main concern is the wide receiver core and the quarterback play. So, AB, did you get any information on that, bro?
Wide receivers look pretty good. I mean, Ricky Pearsall, of course, didn't play. I mean, like I said, I think they're gonna hold him out for the rest of the camp, and then he'll be good for week 1. Yeah, we got a comment saying, yeah, they did have to move indoors due to weather, but
okay.
Quarterbacks were the defense is ahead of the offense, so
yeah.
I mean, you expect that, but quarterbacks, they each threw an interception. I think they each threw a touchdown pass. I think Jack Miller may have thrown 2.
Mm-hmm.
It was number 1 offense against number 2 defense, number 2 offense against number 1 defense. So of course they did it like that.
Wow.
They each threw a touchdown. I think they said Trey Dean nearly had a pick 6.
That Trey Dean?
He had an interception, but he didn't quite score. He almost did, but
at least he didn't get killed, I guess.
Come on, don't do it like that, bro. You bring up bad memories with that play, dog. Bring up real bad memories because that was the one stop we needed to win that damn game, and we get the ball right back and they scored the very next play.
And I will say this: the staff likes where Jack Miller is a whole lot better than they did after spring.
Okay, because I was a little nervous at the spring there. I was like, "Is this our backup?" I don't know, but I'm glad.
I think it just took time, to get acclimated into the system. But I think, and plus, we're run first team anyway, so
we're gonna run the ball a lot.
Yeah, we're gonna be using the running backs a lot anyway. So running backs,
we got a billion of them too, so might as well.
Yeah.
How Montreal look? Montreal Johnson.
I was about to ask the same question.
They saying look good out there. They said Naquan looked really good as well.
Bro,
he's a wild card.
I'm telling you, Naquan Wright, bro.
It's close though. all three of those guys, Naquan Wright, Montrell Johnson, Lorenzo Lingard, they're all right there. So they're all those. I think are going to be your top three that get carries.
Yeah. How is ETN doing?
He's doing pretty. They're saying he's having a good camp.
Yeah.
It's just those other three guys, they're right there. So, but yeah,
yeah.
Same, Jake. For real, 1,000%, bro. I agree.
Yeah, Jake, I 1,000% agree with this.
I want us because, and Gator fans, you have to realize, I want us to be very clear. Do not expect like a 2020 offense. Okay?
I know this person, by the way.
Don't expect a 2020 offense. We need to expect a run heavy, pound, tight end. We're going to probably use tight ends a lot, right? Oh.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. He was returning kicks. And it was another player. It was another player. I forgot who they said. He was definitely one of them. But somebody else was returning kicks too. I'm trying to remember who it was. But ETN was definitely one of them.
Any news on Burke?
Yeah, what's going on with that?
Marcus Burke, he been playing good?
Mm-hmm.
He's him? Oh, bro.
You saying he's him?
He said he looks really good out there. So, oh, yep, that's who it was. That's who it was.
Hendo.
Yeah.
Okay, how's he looking? How's he looking wise? That's my question.
Yo, this is my cousin right here. Shout out my cousin Larry.
Oh, we're Larry.
Weird. Oh my god.
Larry, you tripping, bro. You out for that one, bro.
The Florida State fan too, I believe. So
Florida State, what Florida State got going on, bro?
Know, talk to me, bro. How y'all looking? How Jordan Travis out here doing it for y'all?
Yeah, this is my cousin. Shout out my cousin Larry. Definitely got to see y'all again soon. Hope everything's good with y'all. But I knew he was gonna come in here and say something like that.
Hey, he seen Cuz talking about on the pod on YouTube. He was like, "Hey, bro, let me hop in." Hey, at least you honest, bro. At least you honest.
Look, man, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Florida State, y'all should be very, very concerned. I mean, I think.
Too, Larry.
I mean, honestly, because when y'all play LSU, bro, I don't really see y'all winning that game. Not in Baton Rouge, not when Jordan Travis. So,
it's gonna be
and then plus, man, if you look at the teams they got to play, bro, Clemson, Miami, Louisville. Louisville's gonna be a good team this year.
Louisville's usually a pretty talented team for the most
part. They're gonna be pretty good.
Malik Cunningham's dangerous.
LSU. That's 4 teams, and then Florida's coming.
We definitely walking up in there and taking that.
We sucked last year, and we still beat them with a one-legged quarterback. So I mean, it's like with no coaching staff.
And Larry, if you still watching, bro,
Jake, that game is in New Orleans. It's in New Orleans. Yeah, that game is in New Orleans.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
That Sunday at that Sun.
It's in the Superdome.
It's in the Superdome.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
All I'm gonna say though is I didn't see them competing with Notre Dame last year.
Yeah, it's still LSU because you already know they're gonna buy all the tickets.
Yeah.
For sure. Because LSU all they got other than the Saints there, so it's like everybody a fan.
All right,
I'm gonna say this though.
Yo, read the comment section real quick.
Hold on.
What is looking like? What the comments looking like?
The last comment that just came in.
Oh boy.
Yo, this man,
freaking boy.
Oh man. But I'm looking at that game. I'm gonna tell you right now. I think LSU is gonna win that game comfortably.
And who are they starting?
I don't know what they're gonna look like because it's Brian Kelly's first year, but at the same time, game in New Orleans, that's LSU country. They're gonna buy most of the tickets.
Damn,
that's a home game.
Plus, you don't want to play. You don't want to play LSU like early in the season.
Honestly, the second game though.
Is it the second game?
Because they got a week 0 game against Duquesne. That's why they started practice like a week early.
They better beat Duquesne, bro.
Relax.
Hey man, the Roller Network is supposed to be tailgating out in New Orleans. CJ Norris Just shout out my dog CJ. He already said, "Hey, they lose that game. It might not be no tailgate."
If you're an FSU fan, what record do you need to keep Norvell?
9 wins.
9 wins. Beautiful. 9 wins.
This is funny. This is funny. This is funny, bro.
The college at Tallahassee. Going back to their roots.
Bro. Wasn't it like the college for women or something?
It was a women. It used to be a women's college, yeah. Which explains a lot because
I'm just
Marcus. Come on, man.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just
shameless, man.
Bro, the amount of girls that I went to high school that went to FSU. I'm just saying.
No, I feel you.
Am I wrong?
Nah, I mean you're
not wrong. Just come on, man.
So what's the problem?
I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean, they valid. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to them.
But next commit that we got today, Cameron James.
Oh yeah.
By the way, I'm finna say this right now. I'm finna say this right now, and I don't even care what happens. 24/7 Sports Composite. I got a problem with y'all. There ain't been no games, no camps, no rankings from other services changed.
No, nothing
at all. Nothing. All of a sudden, here y'all go want to drop this man from number 188 to number 221 on y'all composite.
What is up with every time we get somebody, they always change the ranking? I don't get that.
Like, I don't understand. And this is what's crazy. As soon as he committed to Florida, right after he committed to Florida, it happened.
You don't find that suspicious?
That is very suspicious.
Extreme. Like they did it with Kamari last year when he committed. Like he was a 5-star. They dropped the star from him.
Man, listen. Man, come on now. Like, I had a huge problem with that. Like there ain't been, like I said, there ain't been no games, no camps, none of that. So it's like you said camp versus everybody. Yeah, get this on my roster.
That is absolutely fantastic as a title.
But I didn't understand that. I mean, how do you look at this film? First of all, why is he a 3-star on Rivals?
Yeah, I don't get that at all. What's up with that? Pursuit, effort, force a damn fumble. I love that.
Like, come on, man.
Like you see something like that, and you don't. You mean to tell me that he needs to drop?
Look at the pursuit. Pursuit is insane. The pursuit is insane.
What about this makes him a 3-star on Rivals? How is he not a high 4-star? Like, On 3 actually got that ranking right. They actually have him as the number 23 overall player.
I mean, On 3 got some issues, but
On 3 has him as the number 23 overall player. So they have him as a borderline 5-star recruit.
Like when On 3 has a better ranking than you, and shout out to the people we fought with that's On 3, but they cannot have better rankings than you. Rivals, like, come on now.
Look at this kid, bro. He's outside. Look at him.
This is crazy. Speed, power, like the perfect combination. And he's still just learning how to play the position. He hasn't played football very long.
A lot of pursuit, a lot of effort there. That would get you on the field, just showing effort like that.
There was some guy that Florida had that wore number 99 that was relentless, chasing down quarterbacks like this, and he's giving me that vibe. Retire moms.
Ja'Kai Polite.
Yes, sir.
I can see it. Ja'Kai Polite, when it came to rushing the quarterback,
oh my God,
he was elite.
I don't know what the hell happened with the Jets, but you
Jesus
couldn't
Christ.
I'm still trying to figure that one out.
Look at this. Watch him. That's Ja'Kai Polite, bro.
Yeah.
That's absurd.
That's see
an absurd play.
I see it. I can see it. And everybody watching, everybody tuning in, watching, we appreciate all the comments.
Yes, sir, man. We love y'all, bro. We love y'all.
Don't be afraid to drop a comment, bro. We chopping up with y'all.
Yeah, drop comments, ask questions, all that. This is our first time being live on YouTube, so make sure y'all like and subscribe, follow us. because we're gonna be doing this a lot on this podcast
YouTube
and on. We'll drop the new name of the podcast whenever we do that one. But we definitely appreciate y'all. I mean, look at it, just chasing out running backs.
I love about him, he doesn't overplay anything. He's very smart. His eyes are always up. He knows exactly what he's doing. Some guys are very strong, very fast, but they
over pursue.
They over pursue,
play too high. They're just naturally talented.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a cliche, but he does really have a nose for the football. Like he knows where the ball is. He goes to get it. And he hasn't really played just edge. He's played a little bit. He's shaded inside the tackle here on a couple of these plays. And he's making things happen. Like that's very encouraging.
Like this is a kid that he's definitely gonna come in to play early.
Yeah,
just because they're gonna see that effort in practice and be like, you know what, we got to put this kid on the field.
Yeah,
can't keep him off the field if he's giving the effort like that. Like,
yeah, I mean, and with this staff, it ain't like the last staff. If you're the best player, the best player gonna play regardless of whether they freshmen or seniors. It does not even matter. You hearing about Devin Moore, what he's doing. You're hearing about Kamari Wilson. You're hearing about Shamar James. These are all freshmen that are gonna play. So they don't care. They don't care like about seniority or none of that. If you can play and you're the best player, you gonna play. It's that simple.
What are we hearing about Kamar Wilcoxon?
Well, they say he hooped in the scrimmage. They say
let's freaking go.
So
let's freaking go.
I had so many high hopes for him when he first came here too. The injuries kind of happened.
He's still a baby, bro. He's still a baby.
Yeah, he got hurt, I think, a little early there, so it kind of fell off a little bit. But I'm so glad he's getting a chance right now.
We got to do this offline, by the way. So thank you for this one right here.
Oh, thank you, man, for sure.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, so we definitely got because I think I sent y'all the password and the link to the YouTube page and log in.
Yeah.
If I didn't, let me know so I can send it to y'all.
Okay.
But yeah, this right here.
Straight up. That's
straight up right here.
Nothing else needs to be said.
The best player is gonna play.
It's disheartening, bro, and to see like Dameon Pierce just
don't even get me started.
9 yards
of carry. Watch him last night.
9 yards of carry.
Like he's very clearly the best running back on that roster, and he's going to play. He's going to start on the Texans. If Dan Mullen, how do you not see this? He was clearly your best running back for long.
Everybody but Dan Mullen saw it.
Jesus.
Literally.
Like he was our only offense against Georgia at points.
Bro, yeah. So, I mean, it's just disheartening.
I'm going to go ahead and say it. Everybody knows how much I tweeted about Dameon Pierce needing to play. I know it's preseason. But if last night was any indication, last night pretty much confirmed why I kept saying he needed to be getting more carries. Did y'all see that?
Yeah. He has a special ability to cut. He has a special ability to cut and cut with power, and like not many guys run with his level of violence. And I don't think I've ever seen Dameon Pierce fall backwards.
I definitely haven't.
I haven't. He's always going for it.
He's always going for it, bro. Like
this man is literally losing his helmet and still trying to score touchdowns, even though I'm pretty sure he knew it was a penalty.
Yeah,
but he didn't care.
That's a dog, bro.
I love that play so much, honestly. Like I know it. I see it. I know y'all see it. And my team gonna see it twice a year from now on. So there's that.
Sorry, Marcus.
Hey, bro. The only thing I know about watching professional football is
pain. You got to see him twice a year, man.
You already got to see Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry already. So,
and now Dameon Pierce. We're going to pray for y'all. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey, man. Defense looks pretty good. I think we'll be okay over there.
Not with Derrick Henry running for 200 yards on y'all, you ain't.
I mean, he runs 200 yards at everybody. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Who highlights you pulling up now, Jerry?
Can y'all see?
No, it's not on the screen right
I'm
now.
not screen it.
Oh, hold on.
Is this Damian Pierce from last night?
No. This is I'll show you. I want to do a little quick segment.
Okay. Then we'll get back into it. 'Cause,
Can everybody see this? The schedule?
Yeah, we can see that. Ooh.
Sheesh.
Whoa.
No, I never even thought about that comparison, but
I
actually,
didn't think about that either.
Give me Eddie George? Ooh.
I didn't think about that. And we all know how great Eddie George was.
Hell of a player.
I agree, man. Like it's different. Like you don't see running backs that cut like that. You know, it's different,
Especially that
bro.
size.
I know
It's not even really that subtle. It's very quick.
It's very quick. It's very quick.
They say he's 5'10" and 220, and he's cutting like that.
And bro, like I know what did he run, like a 4.6?
Yeah.
But he does not play like he
Right.
runs a 4.6 to me. Like he plays so much faster than what his 40 time is. But I have this schedule up here.
Then you can blow it up a little bit.
Yeah, you might want to blow that up a little bit.
Let me see if I
If you
can.
can.
I'm gonna try to. Hold on.
But just watching Damian Pierce last night. I mean, of course, I'm happy for him, but at the same time, I'm seething in pain and anger, knowing what we had in that backfield and how he kept getting taken out.
Oh, we trashed it.
My Cowboys lost last night. I don't even care about that. Malik Davis got to play, so he looked good out there.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, he looked pretty good out there.
Oh,
I'm not even mad at the fact that we lost because it's preseason. I don't care whether we win or lose. It was the fact that we had like 17 penalties. I was not happy with that.
No problem. I see.
Yeah, every time we had a good play, holding, offense, number, whatever.
Hey,
They
the best
were
thing.
not on Tyler Smith.
Okay, good. Okay,
Maybe I think he had one. I think he had one, but that was it.
Hey,
He looked really good out there.
One thing I'll say about my team, like I didn't have to call Jawan Taylor's name on Friday.
That's because the starters didn't play.
Hey. He got in there. You know, he played deep into like the third quarter when everybody was gone because it's still a competition at right tackle. But I was encouraged. I said Walker was going to take that spot, but I'm encouraged.
Jawan Taylor will be out there as you started right tackle.
If he just started right tackle, pray for Trevor.
Now what if he's a starting right tackle and he actually looks good?
He's good. I mean,
will you apologize for your slander?
No, but I'll admit he was good.
That's crazy. You got Damian Pierce in Houston, Malik Davis in Dallas. You know what? I'm hoping Malik Davis makes this roster. Seriously.
I'm going to
seriously hope he makes that roster.
What will be the obstacle?
I think he'll at least be on the practice squad.
All right, so you got Zeke and you got Pollard. So is there a pathway to him making it? Depending on what they do.
One of them get hurt. I mean, yeah.
I think he will make it in the sense that he'll beat around, but I don't know like how your numbers games looking like in other spots. So I don't know.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I think Jerry's trying to blow up that schedule on there because you couldn't really see the teams, but I saw the Utah logo. And by the way, that game is getting closer and closer.
Everybody see it?
Here we go. Yeah, we can see it. Yeah, we can see it a lot better now.
All right, so what are your first thoughts?
Utah games will set the precedent for me.
Why the hell are we still going to College Station?
Yeah, I'm not understanding that at all.
Playing FSU on a Friday is weird. I gotta get used to that.
Where should we start at?
Hey, FSU, us playing FSU on a Friday is not our fault.
It's not.
If they weren't trash, we wouldn't be playing them on a Friday. But I'll say this: every eyeball in the country gonna be watching that.
Yes, sir.
because that is
I want to do just a few teams. Like we'll kind of do them over the course of our podcast. But I want to start with. Let's start with Arkansas, Auburn, and Arkansas, Auburn. Arkansas, Auburn. And let's do South Carolina.
Yeah, South Carolina.
South Carolina. South Carolina.
I should like what they're doing over there in South Carolina. I'm not gonna lie, even though we took some of the recruits, and we coming for Pup. I'm just gonna let y'all know that.
Oh yeah, we coming for Pup. Hey, you in Jacksonville, Marcus, get the job done.
Hey,
your turn. Jerry got his job done. Now it's your turn.
And you know what, y'all. Screw it. Let's just go in order. Let's just do the first three so we can get those out of the way and not get confused.
Okay. Yeah. So we got Alabama.
Yep.
Arkansas and Auburn.
Yeah, Utah State for Alabama is a wash. We already know they win.
That's a W. That's a W.
They're gonna murder Texas.
Whoa.
Texas
I'm not saying Texas back because I don't think they are, but that game is in Austin.
Okay.
Steve Sarkisian is a heck of a play caller, and he's got talent on that offense.
Right.
Xavier Worthy is him.
I like Xavier Worthy, but what's gonna happen? Johnny Hall gonna come back from suspension somehow? Because when they quit, because the way receivers got hurt.
Don't even get me started with him. Let's just say we definitely dodged the bullet.
I do like Bijan Robinson though. I love Bijan Robinson.
I'm trying to tell you, it's talent there. That game is gonna be a lot closer than people think. I'm not saying Texas is gonna win it. I don't think they are, but they're gonna keep that game close.
I'm still rolling with the machine at the end of the day, but like Texas, they're intriguing, but I'm still rolling with the machine.
Okay.
Yeah, who do they have after that?
Louisiana Monroe. Their next competitive game is until Arkansas on October
1st. They're starting 4-0. They're starting 4-0.
Yeah.
That Arkansas game, that Arkansas and Texas A&M back to back.
That's gonna be interesting.
Wait,
that's not. Oh yeah, it is Texas A&M.
That's probably the best quarterback they're gonna play. Maybe KJ Jefferson.
Is it?
Jefferson's nice.
Is it the best quarterback they're gonna play?
He's better than Texas quarterback personally. He gives you more.
Better than Hendon Hooker.
Slightly.
You sure?
Ever so slightly. I like him over Hooker a little bit more. But Hooker's fantastic.
And then you got Will Rogers at Mississippi State.
Don't worry about he's getting beat.
I ain't worried about that. I gotta see that first.
I got Alabama going undefeated, bro.
Yeah, so do I.
I don't see Tennessee beating them at all.
The only game I can see them losing is the Arkansas game.
Yeah, I don't see a single team on this schedule that's beating them this season.
And usually it's like maybe Auburn, but Auburn's going to play them at Bryant-Denny, so they're not going to win.
Yeah, they're not winning that.
If they play if this game was in Jordan-Hare, then I give them a fighting chance.
I got Alabama going undefeated, and then we'll see what happens in the SEC championship.
Yeah, if there was a team that could beat them, maybe Tennessee, because I do like the talent that they have. I like
Tennessee or Arkansas, bro.
They're a year away.
And Tennessee kept it close in Bryant-Denny last season.
Yeah, that's true.
For a while.
Tennessee's probably like a year or two.
Really kicked in, and then Bama just did what Bama does.
Oh, that was my birthday too. Look at that.
Now, how are we feeling about Arkansas though? Because
I like Arkansas.
I like them a lot. I mean, I think they can be a top 15 team this year.
Sam Pittman was a hell of a hire, by the way.
Yes. I think the Cincinnati game is going to be tricky.
That's tricky.
Y'all, we may have another guest joining us pretty soon.
What we got?
Might have Sticks come on for a little bit from the Roll Up Varsity podcast.
Oh, nice.
Make sure y'all subscribe and follow them and get them a listen. They had Samuel and Pimble on this past week. So,
nice.
Future
Gator? Maybe. But anyway, I'm going to give Arkansas. Wait, where do they play? Where do they play this game?
It's at home.
What game?
I got Arkansas.
I think it's in Fayetteville.
You talking about the Cincinnati game, right?
Yeah, I got them with.
Yeah. That is in Fayetteville, I believe. Yeah, that's in Fayetteville.
Yeah, let me check.
Because I'm looking at Georgia's opening game. It says versus Oregon, so you know that's a neutral site game. Right. So yeah, that Cincinnati game is in Fayetteville.
I got Arkansas
What was
winning.
Cincinnati look like this year?
I got Arkansas beating South Carolina. I got them starting 3-0. Now that Texas A&M, Alabama, Mississippi State is going to be tough.
The good news for them is that they are in Fayetteville for Alabama. That's something, I guess. But
I think they'll beat Texas A&M.
A&M has no quarterback. That's my concern.
Right, and that's been their issue for the past few years.
And no more Spiller, so you're gonna have to have more on Devon A-Chain. I like A-Chain a lot, but I don't know if he's starting running back, like 20 carries a game type.
Oh, I don't know what Texas A&M is going to be this year.
They have the talent. I just don't. They just don't have the quarterback.
Right.
I don't know what you don't like the Haynes King, the Max Johnson battle.
Hell no. Because I was better than both of them personally. Let's go on.
All right, so we can agree on them. Arkansas starting out 3-0.
I
don't know about that actually. I really don't. South Carolina.
Yeah, they beat South Carolina.
That's a tricky game.
They beat South Carolina.
I think so too, but I don't know.
Okay,
it's tricky.
So
Cincy, I don't know what they're gonna look like this year with no Ritter or Jordan.
Yeah, Ritter's gone. So
Sauce Gardner or Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, they lost a lot. I'm gonna say 3-0. I think they'll beat Texas A&M, close game. I think they'll lose to Alabama. They might even choke against Mississippi State, but I think they'll beat BYU. I think they'll beat Auburn.
Whoa! That BYU game is in Provo.
I got them beating BYU, bro.
All right,
they're tricky.
I got them beating Auburn, beating Liberty. I think they'll beat LSU.
That game's tricky. That LSU game is tricky.
It is
a rivalry game. They are at home, but
you
never know what happens.
But you just never know with that game. It's like when we play LSU. You just don't know sometimes.
If you're a smart man, you never bet on LSU Florida.
No.
Yeah, I'm
saying
saying
broke bet on that game.
Never.
You're gonna put your hair out watching that game. I put my hair out watching that game in 2019.
Ole Miss.
I have no idea what to make of Ole Miss.
See, I'm choosing them because they're at home in a lot of these games.
I'll say this.
They have a lot of home games.
Ole Miss, I'm gonna say this. They got they had an influx of talent come in through the transfer portal.
Yeah.
Jackson Dart from USC. Don't forget they got Zach Evans from TCU. So, and then they still have Henry Parrish coming back at running back.
That kind of moves me, honestly. But I got to see the rest of the team.
It's going to be tricky. And then at Missouri, I'm going to go ahead and say this right now for Missouri. Remember the name Luther Burden.
Oh, yeah. That's the man.
Yep. Remember that name.
That's the man.
Because you're going to be seeing it a lot.
That's the man. Okay. I'm going to say they're going to lose. They're going to lose Alabama. They may lose to Mississippi State or Texas A&M. Dang, man, it's hard to predict them. 1, 2, 3.
I got them going 9-3.
9-3, yeah. Somehow, some way, 9-3. That's what I think.
Auburn. What he's doing with that program. I love Sam Pittman and what he's doing with that program.
And they're building with trenches.
I love Sam Pittman, what he's doing over there. Trenches is he was a hell of an offensive line coach at Georgia. Bring them over to Arkansas. They were physical and they were tough last year. And I hope that continues this year because I really like watching them play. I really do.
For sure. Now, Auburn. I don't think Auburn's gonna have a good year.
Auburn's a mess.
I think they'll win.
They're gonna start 3-0 though.
I think I don't think
3-0. 3-0.
I don't think they beat Penn State.
Have you seen their first 2 games?
I think they're gonna lose to Penn State, bro.
I don't think that's gonna be the Tank Bigsby game.
I mean,
well, he runs rough. I think he runs rough shot over them.
I mean, Penn State is talent. Do not sleep on the athletes Penn State has.
Oh, I'm not sleeping on, but I think Tank Bigsby is gonna carry them to a win that game.
Okay.
And it's at home. It's at Auburn. So
Okay. So I'll say 2-1 to start off. I guess AB got 3-0.
I'll go.
Marcus, what you got?
I go 2-1.
2-1. I got 2-1 as well. So Missouri, I think they'll beat Missouri because they're at home.
I think
you got them beat Missouri, but not Penn State. All right.
Yeah, I got them. I got them losing to LSU, Georgia, and Ole Miss.
So they would be what, 3 and 4?
Yes.
See, for me, if that happens, they would be 4 and 3.
Okay. Dang, I got them losing to Arkansas.
Yeah, I don't think they win that game.
No.
Dang.
Mississippi State, that's tricky.
I'll give them Mississippi State.
You got them going into cowbell country and winning.
I'll give it to them.
I mean,
but you have them losing to Penn State at home. All right.
Yeah, because Penn State's good. Well, talented at least.
Yeah, they got talent. Texas A&M, they're losing that game. They'll beat Western Kentucky and they'll lose to Alabama.
Which is hilarious because Zach Calzada is the best quarterback on the field, which is funny enough. Auburn's going to be starting quarterback.
3, 4, 5. I got them going 5 and 7. But you know what? I'll be kind. I'll be nice. I'll give them, because I don't want them to be, I don't want them to not make a bowl game. I'll give them the Penn State game, maybe. I'll give it to them. So
I agree. They are a mess. So
they are.
I mean, you know what you're getting in you know what you're getting with Tank Bigsby. You know he's clearly by far your best player. So whoever's playing quarterback, whether it's Calzada, TJ Finley, don't matter. Give the ball to Tank.
But he gonna, man,
just give him the damn ball.
You don't want to kill him though.
You will get other running backs involved too. Then just run the darn football.
See, the thing about Auburn is, man, like you'll think they're gonna suck, and then out of nowhere they just have like this weird good seasons. Like what?
2013.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, after they went like 3-9 in 2012.
They won a single game in conference.
Dang, bro, Florida's next, but we're not doing Florida tonight.
Yeah, Stick said he's gonna try and put his daughter to bed, and then he's gonna try and join us real quick.
Okay.
But we were just doing the first 3, right?
Yeah, but now I kind of want to do Florida.
You don't want to tease the people and save that one.
How about this? Let's just do.
We can skip Florida and go to the other ones. And
okay.
We can save the Florida one for a bigger episode for the season.
Yeah, for sure. Let's skip Florida. Let's skip Florida and Georgia.
Okay.
Let's do
next. Kentucky will be up next.
Let's do Kentucky.
Miami of Ohio, they're winning that.
They're starting out 1-1.
Yeah, they're gonna be 1-1.
Then they'll win against Youngstown State. 2-1. They'll beat Northern Illinois 3-1. See, the Ole Miss game is going to be a very good game.
I'm telling you,
Ole Miss is
that team to watch. And I'm telling y'all, they lost Matt Corral, but I actually like Jackson Dart. And then adding in a guy like Zach Evans, a former 5-star recruit. Hey, man, you never know. With Lane Kiffin calling plays. The only thing is, it's going to be catching passes for him. That's the question.
The most important, though, Lane Kiffin utilizes what he has to perfection, almost.
That he does. Did it for you a lot, and he did almost. That's how we use.
Not AB, Marcus. We didn't have the talent.
We didn't.
We just found a way to win.
Like we won conference the first year he was there somehow, some way.
Exactly. Like nobody knew Motor Singletary was going to be that good.
The fact we got to see him for like 3 years is actually pretty
bro, beautiful, beautiful. So you know what? I'm going to give Kentucky that win. I'm going to say that 1, 2, 3, 4-1.
If Will Levis actually listen to the hype, that they can win a lot of these games.
4-1 or 3-2.
You got them 4-1.
4-1 or 3-2.
I got them 3-2. I got them
3-2
losing to
sounds
Ole
right.
Miss.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
It's at Oxford, so like that sounds more in line.
Yeah. What about South Carolina? Oh, thank you,
Appreciate
brother.
you,
Thank
Jake.
you.
Appreciate
Yeah,
you.
appreciate you, Jake.
What
South
about
Carolina?
South Carolina? I think they win in that game. That's at home. I think they'll win that, and then they'll be. I think they'll win that. That Mississippi State game is gonna be tricky too. It's at home, but woof,
Then the
might
bye week, then
sling the
Tennessee.
ball around too.
They be Mississippi State.
Yeah, I think they'll win a close one. They're losing to Tennessee.
Yeah, they're losing Tennessee.
They
They're
should be
losing-
Missouri, but that's a weird place to play.
Missouri is very weird. You
Missouri
never
is
know.
weird, man. I mean, like almost nobody that goes in there wins.
Hell, even we don't half the time.
No, bro, we can't beat them there. Unless it's an early morning game. At nighttime, you might as well forget it. We ain't beating them at night.
I hate those damn noon kickoffs because it's 11 a.m. over there
Yeah.
when that game kicks off.
But at least sometimes we win those.
Sometimes, but it looks ugly as hell when we win them though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, those games are ugly. Vandy, pencil that in.
I got Kentucky losing to. I changed my mind, AB. They'll lose to Florida. They'll lose to Ole Miss. They'll lose to Tennessee, and they'll lose to Georgia.
So
I say 8-4 then. Yeah.
8-4. Whoa.
And 2.
You forgot about the last game though.
8-4. Oh shoot! You're very right.
Ooh.
No.
Okay, this is actually
Louisville. I
Louisville
think
might be-
actually.
they're at home though, so this.
Yeah, they're at home, but still, I mean,
Louisville might be the second best team in the ACC, bro.
I don't know.
whoa.
Who is the second best team in the ACC? Good God.
I mean, we already know Clemson gonna get back to
Yeah,
they gonna get back right.
It was a down. They had no athleticism at wide receiver. It was what it was.
Clemson, Miami, Louisville.
Pitt, nah.
Nope. Not
Yeah,
Pitt.
Pitt's gonna take a step back with not having Kenny Pickett.
Virginia Tech, mate? No.
North
Usually,
Carolina,
yeah,
I would never put my stock in North Carolina ever again.
I'll say, you know what? What about Wake? Well, no, we don't know if Sam Hartman's gonna be back.
probably not gonna play out.
Yeah, we'll know when he's gonna be back. So can't necessarily say Wake Forest.
What the hell's Virginia Tech gonna look like?
I'm telling you, bro, Louisville bringing back a lot.
You know what? It might actually be Louisville.
They're gonna
Not
be top
trying to be
3.
funny.
It really wouldn't surprise me. I like Willie Cunningham quite a bit.
He's been very accurate, bro. He's a very good thrower now.
He's an absolute dangerous runner. And that dangerous is an understatement with him, honestly.
Yep.
8-4, 7-5, yeah.
Yeah, so around there. I mean, because that Louisville, I'm not sure about that one.
That's a coin toss. If Kentucky's offensive
I
line,
wouldn't pick Kentucky, but because they're at home, but at the same time, it's like, man, Louisville's really going to be pretty good.
I'm gonna say this:
Kentucky's O line is still really good, and Will Levis is actually living up to the damn hype. Then sure, but I don't know.
7-5, 7-5 at worst, 9-3 at best.
That sounds about
Yeah, I
right.
can see that. That sounds about right.
LSU
on to everybody's favorite program in this fan base, LSU.
Oh, man,
Yeah, we chalking up week 1 as a win.
LSU starting 5-0, bro.
They did just might.
They started 5-0.
They just might.
Matter of fact, they might start 6-0. They might be undefeated coming to Gainesville.
Jesus.
If
we see
Florida,
2 undefeated teams?
if
This
Florida
really
plays,
isn't hard at all.
if Florida plays their chips right, bro, we can literally put together a good season. I'm telling you right now.
Like it's college football. If you just play discipline, you can win a lot of games.
Is it possible that we see 2 6-0 teams for that game?
If they're 6-0, I am buying tickets like now.
Yeah, bro. For okay.
It's my birthday that day. Yeah. if they're both undefeated,
I'll know after the Mississippi State game how LSU is gonna be.
After Mississippi State,
we have a new viewer on here.
Who we got on? Oh, shit. Uh-oh.
Hey.
Hello. Go Gators.
Come
Go
on,
Gators.
Yes, ma'am,
come on,
indeed.
Doc.
Maybe how you trying to practice Spanish. We know you ain't slick.
We are
It took 2
predicting.
years of Spanish, bro.
We are
Yes,
predicting
bro.
LSU's.
Yes, I can see LSU being 6-0 going into. I really could see them being 6-0
I think Tennessee beats them personally, but
They could. They could.
not
They-
impossible.
in Death Valley.
Yeah, I like Tennessee's roster. I do.
In Death Valley. What
Yeah.
what did Les Miles say about Death Valley?
Your
Where
dreams
opponents'
come to die.
dreams come to die.
Now I will say this: it all depends on what time the games are played.
If it's a
If
night
that's a
game,
night
I'm locking it in.
If that's a night game, yeah, you can
You can chalk it
Sorry,
up.
Tennessee.
W.
I'll say if Tennessee's even remotely good on offense, it will be a night game.
Yeah, if that's a night game, Tennessee, sorry, yeah, not happening.
Like I do like Tennessee's talent, but also like Butte at wide receiver for LSU, I'm very excited about.
I'm gonna
Okay.
need him to find another way to pronounce his last name because I
Man,
don't
come on,
feel
it's,
right saying it.
it's Louisiana, bro. You know how it is.
That's true,
All
but
right.
I just don't feel right saying his last
So I got LSU 6-0, 6-1,
6-1.
and then they'll beat Ole Miss 7-1. They'll
They'll
lose
lose
to
to
Alabama. They'll lose to Arkansas.
I think they beat Arkansas.
I think they'll lose to Arkansas.
No, I
They
think they
can.
may lose that game.
I think they'll lose.
But then again, it's weird. You never know.
Yeah, they'll beat UAB,
They crushed. They beating UAB.
and then
A&M
Texas
is-
A&M is going to be a heck of a game.
That's at
I'm
College
telling you right
Station.
now.
I don't know.
It's at College Station. Oh man,
I
They
got
beat them
Jim-
last year. I mean,
yeah, they did. And then you remember that one year they had that basketball game that broke out at Kyle Field.
they pretty much they've owned A&M since they've gotten to the SEC for the most part. But A&M, the recruiting wise, is catching up and recruiting like an SEC program. So like they can. I'll probably put A&M for that one actually.
I think Jimbo.
You know what? Because see, I think A&M can win that game too.
Certainly
They should.
So I got LSU going 9-3 or 8-4.
9-3. Okay. But I got them starting out very strong. We got them starting out
Yeah.
very strong. Let's do one more. We'll do the rest later.
Yeah. Next up is Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
They got Troy, Central Arkansas. They'll be 2-0 at Georgia Tech 3-0.
4-0.
4-0. And this is
4-0.
where it gets tricky.
But they're eating cupcakes this first month of the season.
God. All right. So they'll be 4-0, 4-1, 5-1, 6-1,
7-2.
Oh, so you have them losing to LSU but beating Texas A&M.
So they could.
7-2.
I don't think they beat Texas A&M.
Because those are 2 road games back to back at
They don't
LSU
beat
and then at Texas A&M.
They don't win either one of those games.
Okay, so they'll be
Then Bama, they ain't win that game either.
6-4. Yeah, they looking at 3-game lose. Dang, at Arkansas,
Really 5, honestly.
Jesus.
man, like they starting off well, and then all of a sudden they just get hit with a gauntlet.
You
And
know
then
what,
the Egg
bro?
Bowl at the end of the season.
You know, this is going to be one of those years where the SEC has like 4 teams in the top 15 to start off, and then they just crumble because they start killing each other. They're going to start killing each other.
Then the Egg Bowl at the end of the year, that it's in Oxford. That's a positive. They're better than Mississippi State.
I
Yeah,
think they'll
but that Mississippi State game, a basketball game could break out that game.
A basketball or a brawl, either one.
There's got to be a brawl.
You know how the Egg Bowl gets? It gets weird like that. Like it's the best rivalry game. No
We're
one
gonna have
really
a back
watches.
around brawl like we did a couple years ago.
Or damn, Nick Fitzgerald could shatter his leg in the middle of the game somehow, some way.
That man shattered his leg. I'm still ready to fight. He was still ready to play.
Hey man, it's the Egg Bowl. The Egg Bowl is the best rivalry that no one really watched until like a couple of years ago.
I don't know. Well, yeah, maybe.
Because how many of y'all knew
It is
Ole Miss
now with the
Mississippi
2
was
head
out?
coaches. You watching it now with the 2 head coaches.
Yeah, that's pretty much about it.
Yo.
Yeah, Mississippi State's schedule. Ugh.
Y'all want to do Mississippi State's real quick, and then we'll do the rest on the next show.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Yeah.
So Mississippi State, they got
I don't know if they beat
start
Memphis.
off
Do
with
they? That's a solid
Whoa.
opponent, actually. Damn.
We don't know how Arizona's going to look, but at Arizona,
They really went out to the West Coast for a game.
that game had to have been scheduled years in advance.
It
And then
had
they
to.
at LSU. I can see them being 2-1 there because I don't know if they beat LSU.
I'm not sure they beat Memphis, honestly.
All right, I got them 1-2.
1-2.
Yep.
I don't know about Memphis.
I mean, Mike Norville's not. You know what? Hold on. No,
They're gonna lose to either Memphis or Arizona, and then they're
That's
gonna
a
lose to
difficult
LSU.
game. Do
it's
not
just
be
weird.
shocked.
Mississippi State versus Arizona at Arizona. That's weird, man.
Exactly. And they gotta go out west. They're gonna lose that game, bro.
That's different. Like they must have scheduled that when Anu Solomon was already playing quarterback for them. I don't know. They're not winning LSU.
I know one thing. They're gonna lose 4 games in a row in the middle.
A&M, Arkansas, Kentucky. Yeah.
They might get lucky and beat one of them, but I got them losing 4.
I don't even see them getting lucky.
They might get lucky and somehow, some way beat Kentucky.
I'll say this.
That would be the one game I could see them winning, if you want my honest opinion.
2, 3, 4. I got them winning 4 games for sure. Nothing else is promised.
Like literally nothing is guaranteed on the schedule at all.
There's no guarantee because they can lose to Memphis. I mean, we don't know how good Memphis is going to be.
And we don't know how good Memphis is going to be. We don't know what Arizona is.
I got
wonder
them
if that
beat.
dude that was in the All-American Bowl that won MVP. I wonder if he's going to get a lot of playing time. The dude that was like a track star and nobody could catch him. I think his last name was like Lyles or something. He was like a 3-star recruit, but he was in that game and he balled.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
I wonder how much playing time he's going to get. I think he's a running back too.
Shoot, when we get the Georgia schedule, that's going to be actually pretty fun to look at.
I got my
I got takes for that. I got takes about that one.
I got some takes, but they ain't ready.
Yeah. Let's y'all ain't ready for that one.
Like unless the recruiting classes do pan out and become like generational like the last ones were.
All right, so between us three, who has Mississippi State losing to Memphis?
I got
Purdue.
I got them beating Memphis.
Marcus, what about you?
I think I might have to lose in that game. I'm not gonna lie. That looks like a game they could lose. They're a solid American team.
I guess I got to be the tiebreaker, and we'll go with whatever the record is. That Memphis game's tough, but it's at home. So because it's at home, I'm gonna give it to Mississippi State.
Yeah, that's why I gave it to them.
It just looks like a game that they very easily could lose.
Yeah, you're right. They very easily could lose it.
Like it looks like a game they would.
That looks like one of them games where
I think it's gonna be a wild game. I'll say that.
I'll say
they were pretty bad last year, but like Ole Miss wasn't good last year either. So like it's a mid off.
So tiebreaker, 2 people have them beating them, so I guess they're starting 1-0. Okay, what about Arizona?
I got them losing that one, man.
I gotta win that one.
I had them winning, so we're gonna go 1-1
Okay.
for optics. LSU, I think we all have them losing that.
They're losing to LSU. They're beating
So-
Bowling.
So they're 2-2.
They're
Here's
losing.
where the gauntlet gets thrown.
They're getting killed.
They're getting murdered.
Now Texas A&M is a home game. So is Arkansas.
I'll be kind and I'll give them one of those games.
The one I will give them is Texas A&M.
Yeah, they might catch them slipping.
Like the only thing I'll say about Arizona that last year they were god awful, and they somehow had the best recruiting class in the Pac-12.
Right.
So I think we have them beating A&M but losing to Arkansas, right?
2-2. They'll be 3-3.
3-3 at Kentucky.
They're going 3-5 for the next two. 3-5.
Yeah, you're definitely losing to Bama. Kentucky is tricky for me. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is.
What does Will Levis look like?
They're losing. They're losing.
Because that's the number. That's one question, but also Kentucky's secondary. What do they look like? Because we know Mike Leach want to sling the ball around, throw it about 50 times a game,
That's
and
true.
Will Rogers is a quarterback that can do that.
Right. It's gonna be a question of who wins in the trenches.
So let's start, Jerry. Do you have them winning or losing against Kentucky?
Losing.
Marcus,
Losing
what about?
also. I got them losing.
Okay, so they're going to be 3-5 because we all have them losing to Bama. Then they get a bye week. Then they have Auburn at home.
You know what?
Mid
I'm gonna
off.
give them that one.
I'll give them the Auburn game.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them that one.
I personally will take Auburn in that game. I think they're a mess too, but they have a little bit more talent than Mississippi State does.
But because of optics, we have them at 4-5 and beating Auburn.
They're losing to Georgia.
They're losing to Georgia, so they're 4-6.
Jalen Carter by himself is going to win that game for Georgia if it comes down to that.
They're going to be 5-6 because they got East Tennessee State.
And they're going to lose.
You know what?
And now the last game for their bowl game lives.
If they're 5-6 going into that game, they're going to win.
At Oxford?
Yep. If they're 5-6 going into that game.
Jerry has them winning. Marcus, what about you?
I'll take Ole Miss.
Because I don't think Lane Kiffin's defense. Well, then again, DJ Durkin.
Does Mississippi State have a defense?
Not really. But there was a long period where they always got good defensive players for some reason. I never understood why.
It's crazy.
It's okay. It's okay, AB.
Give me Ole Miss. Give me Ole Miss. I'm sorry, Mississippi State, but Ole Miss is at home. And they might be fighting for they bowl game lives too. We never know.
I don't think it's a might, bro. I don't see the win in the game. I just don't see it.
Yeah, man.
Tough game, bro.
Also, I would just like to point out, A&M's schedule is really funny.
Yes,
we can't get sticks for this episode. We'll get them definitely for the next one.
No, for sure.
Yeah. I got takes about A&M schedule when we get there. I have takes.
Yeah. Now we got one more recruit real quick before we log off of here.
Okay.
Yep.
2024 class got off to a great start with Miles Graham, 4-star linebacker from Atlanta, Georgia, Woodward Academy.
Yes, sir.
What are y'all thoughts on him? I mean, he's 2024, so he's a junior. So still plenty of time, but I feel like this is the guy we needed to get in the fold.
He's a very talented player. He's a legacy kid. He's in a position of need at linebacker.
Great. Jay Bateman said, yeah, I'm tired of y'all slandering me.
I know. You got him 2024, but you got somebody. Now it's time to keep him.
He flipped Jaden Robinson from South Carolina.
Which I did not see coming until it happened. Yeah. Congrats to Bateman.
Yes,
and Mike Peterson had a lot to do with that one too.
Mike Peterson has to do with that, bro. But hey, if Bateman's the coach that we think he is, then I'm fine, bro. Just give me some backers, give me some talented backers, and let him cook as a coach, and we're on the merry way.
Because as a coach, I think he's one of them guys as a coach.
Really?
I think he can be. If he has enough talent.
Yeah, just give him some talent. Go get some talent and
let's see what he can do.
Yeah.
Especially after the last staff we had.
Oh God, don't even bring it up.
Let me get that image out of my head. Ugh.
Now I want to see guys like Scooby Williams with an actual coach get chances, and Shamar James have a good start to his career.
Ooh. Man, I can't wait to see Shamar James play. And he's from Mobile, near my area. You already
man,
know.
watching his commitment and watching like 50,000 people talk before he got to say where he was going was worth it.
Hey
Yeah.
man, that's Faith Academy for you. They get good players like that. They praise them. They love their players for it. That staff, that faculty over there, they love their students. So
Hey, I
I
get
wasn't even surprised by that.
I get
Faith
it.
Academy always been like that.
Yeah.
Let's pull up the film of Miles Graham if we can, because I'm pretty
Sure.
sure he's got some elite film.
And this is sophomore season film, dude, which is nuts. to think
Yeah, this
about.
is sophomore season. So just for a guy, he's got good size already. He's what, 6'1", 6'2", 215 already?
That's great size for a kid his age.
He's going into his junior year. So imagine what he's gonna look like his senior year when he gets on campus. Woo!
And
Cannot
after
wait.
that, when he gets into the college weight training regimen,
I can't get over that facility and what that weight room looked like.
this is beautiful. We waited so long to get this, and we finally got it. And it looks
We used
sensational.
to pray for times like this.
Like I was
Mark,
up there complaining as a freshman in high school in 2012. Like, why we ain't got no good facilities? Like, them times were dire.
Marcus, I'm gonna let you finish them lyrics. We used to pray for times like this.
Ride like this, ride like that, to shine like this.
Man, listen, I'm telling you, that facility right there. Are they gonna let guests tour the facility? Because if they are, I definitely have to be on.
Probably not.
I doubt it.
Can y'all see?
Yeah, we can see the schedule.
Oh shoot! Hold on, let me share this.
By the way, even though we're gonna save it, we already said it. Nobody in the regular season beating Bama. We just let y'all know that again.
You never know, but I don't see it.
Look, all I need to hear Saban say they were rebuilding last year, considering the fact they got to the national championship game and won the SEC. By the way.
And you were injuries at wide receiver away from actually winning the national championship. So
yeah, and you call that rebuilding, and most of their guys are coming back.
Like that's just
Jermaine Burton, who helped beat them.
Who caught the game-winning touchdown?
They're adding Jahmyr Gibbs.
Ooh. That's like that is gonna be
like his daddy playing running back here.
Oh my god!
Just like his daddy Ernest.
Bro, do we see Harold Perkins?
Jerry,
why would you do that? Why would you bring that up?
Drew, he can slide. This kid is nice.
That's a dirty word, Jerry. You know it.
Fun fact about Miles Graham. Guess who his uncle is?
Who's his uncle?
Thaddeus Bullard, also known to
Titus
the
O'Neil.
Titus O'Neil.
Wow, really?
He put out a tweet earlier congratulating him.
I did not know that. That's cool.
Bro, this is a grown man.
This is him on defense now.
Well, the bread is getting made.
Jesus Christ.
Shoot the gap.
Man. Did you see that? How he just shot the gap?
Yeah, we got
Who's out here in space?
Oh my.
Don't try him.
He finna kill this dude. He's finna absolutely kill him.
Good night. His fact he squared him up too is actually kind of crazy. Like that is insane athleticism.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
These are the type of tackles you dream of as a linebacker.
This is the kind of speed and aggression I need in my linebacker room. This is what I need in my linebacker room. Look at this. This kid is a sophomore in this film.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Ooh.
Yo, we got one, bro.
We hit the jackpot.
We did.
Oh man. Oh my goodness.
Best athlete on the field, go make a play.
Bro,
Man,
stop it.
I'm
No,
trying to
he's
tell-
not. No, he's not. No, he's not.
Ain't no way.
Oh, he finna stick somebody.
Yeah, somebody ain't making it to the end zone. Let's see.
Just straight up and drove it back.
Right up and drove him right back.
That's what you do, man. That's what you do.
Look at the speed. Look at the speed.
Come here.
This ain't going to end well. Ooh. Again, somebody not making it to the end zone.
Not even close.
Bro, look at his speed, though. Jesus Christ.
Is this going to be a safety?
Yep.
Yep, safety. Oh, he's back at running back. Out the backfield.
I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, man. Hey, Billy.
Wide receiver?
Wide receiver.
Okay.
Ooh, I remember them days. Crackback blocking.
They got him playing safety too, bro.
I'm telling you right now. Back when I played wide receiver, I used to love that. Whenever we went throwing the ball and I had a crackback, oh yeah. that was like, it was time. They don't even be seeing it.
He ran over, dude.
Oh
my God.
Ooh. This is an education right here of how to play linebacker.
And catch a bubble screen.
Dude, he's freaking electric.
He's tight up the sideline. That's crazy.
He's
crazy.
He's just clearly the best athlete
This
on the
is
field.
crazy.
It's actually nuts.
Like it's impressive, man. This is absolutely impressive watching this kid play linebacker, man.
It is. I mean, it's just he's an exceptional.
Running back and wide receiver at that.
That's
and Wildcat quarterback. No, he's not. Stop, dude.
You're not gonna tell me. Wow.
Yo, this team right here is getting to work by this man. That's just sad.
Playing safety. Oof.
Look at his build, though, bro. He just built like a grown man already.
Mr. Ernest Graham.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Your son is him. He is him.
He is what they look like.
Timothy.
Him dunking.
What's funny to me is these guys don't even want to block him.
For what?
Why? This is a 15-year-old kid cooking people out here.
Look at this.
Like, come on, this is absurd.
Now he's playing safety.
Because why the hell not? Arm punt.
Oh God, poor kid.
This is not going to end well.
I pray for this kid.
He better be good. He better be good.
Oh, it wasn't that bad.
Okay, so you got off lucky there.
Watch this closing speed.
Good night.
Yep, it's over. Bye-bye. Take care.
Dude, this team with the orange helmet getting freaking killed by him.
They got a Florida State commit on their team too.
They do? Oh, look at this.
Look at this.
Yeah, AB.
TJ Hurd plays safety for them.
Sounds about right.
Come here.
Oof.
Tackling machine.
The only thing we got to worry about is whether he get hit with targeting.
No, for real. He's just bullying people, bro.
That is some of the most impressive film I've seen, and that kid's only a sophomore.
Thank you, Billy Napier.
Thank you, Mr. Ernest Graham.
Yeah, Ernest and Billy. Thank you. And now Jerry's frozen
Again.
because why not?
Here we go.
Now that we know who's in the chat, we already know who took his phone. So,
What happened? Y'all don't see me anymore?
No, you good now.
You good now. You was frozen. We thought you got in trouble. Well, you are in trouble.
No, I'm good. I'm in trouble regardless. But
yeah. Anybody got any final thoughts before we wrap this thing up?
Final thoughts, man. I'm just super excited about the season coming up. This past weekend showed me a lot about Billy Napier and what he's doing and the staff. Man, I don't want to, be too out there yet, but I think we got something special brewing, bro. So, yeah,
I am very, very encouraged.
Very encouraged.
It was a hell of a weekend recruiting wise. This season cannot come fast enough. I know you got tickets to the Utah game, so ball out over there, bro.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Hey, bro, you got to get you some, bro.
I'm broke right now. It ain't looking good.
I feel you, bro.
Hey man, I would go, but I'm y'all know why. Y'all know why.
Yeah,
y'all know what I'm saving up for.
Already, yeah.
So I'm saying
I might come back with an accent, but if I do, it ain't my fault.
I will say over the LSU game, that's for sure, because that's my birthday. I kind of want to go out there.
Yeah, bro, for sure. That's what I'm trying to get to is the LSU game.
By the way,
hop on them early because they kind of
they kind of expensive. Yeah. By the way, don't be surprised if you possibly catch me at a Laker game out there. I'm just saying.
Hey,
all right, you're gonna be at one.
Hey, bro, the Christmas schedule dropped today too.
Yeah, it's trash. Throw it away.
Who's Boston playing?
Milwaukee.
Stuck the Knicks up in there like we weren't gonna notice.
Y'all finna have the extreme sport on Christmas, Jerry.
Jesus Christ.
That's nuts.
I'm tired of playing them on Christmas, bro. Jesus.
Wait, that shit is gonna be the extreme sport.
Hold on. Let's say that for the other show, though.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, matter of fact, yeah, say that.
But I might try and do a show. I might try and do a show that week while out there. I don't know if I can. Probably not. I'll be enjoying myself in the vibes.
Oh God. You can't worry about not getting robbed out there. That's why I'm worried. That's what you do worry about.
I'm good. But yeah, my final thoughts is we are building something special with this staff. I think with this team, recruiting is going. We are rolling right now, and I don't think that train is going to stop anytime soon. That's all I'm gonna say.
Sit back, make plans.
Soon.
Yeah, for real. Sit back, make plans, vibe out.
Yeah, get your popcorn ready. All I'm gonna say is this: 2 of these commitments we got were surprises.
I was stunned with the normal one because I thought that ship sailed.
No, that ship didn't sail. I just didn't know. I just didn't think he committed as early as he did. I thought he was gonna wait a little bit.
He just made the move straight. I was like, hey, he's fine.
I was like, whoa, okay.
It came out left field. I was like, damn, I was not expecting that, but I will take that.
Pause.
Hey.
But
anyway,
yeah, we're building something special, and I'm just, man, what is it? August 14th. Hey, man.
Bro.
It's actually 13 days until the season kicks off with week 0.
That's crazy.
So we will have some week 0 games. I'm gonna even dabble into some high school games. It's gonna be on ESPN because you know they do it every year.
I love watching high school games on ESPN. I always love them.
Games be good. I don't think IMG. Can we get IMG in Lakeland? No, the schedule's not in game. I wish though. I wish.
Hey, but some of my friends played IMG on TV when there was a training Christian. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Big time.
Marcus, you got any final thoughts? While I'm out here.
Extremely encouraged by this recruiting weekend. I'm vibing out. I feel really good where we're at right now. Let the rest of the cycle play out. 2024 off to a very good start. Like we are building stuff for this. I'll give it like 3 years to where it really starts to show up. We're gonna be like an SEC football team again.
For sure.
If we beat Utah, get your popcorn ready.
Oh, my popcorn. I got the over Rainbacher out there ready.
Confidence builder right there.
Yes.
That's all I'll say. That's a confidence builder right there.
I got something ask y'all when we get off here though, by the way.
All right.
Good.
Do I have a song this week?
Yes.
See, I'm gonna go with. Won't nobody take this personally, people, because it's just a song.
Oh boy.
Where
Man, finna pick the Styles P song.
Bro.
no, we're not doing that. I'm gonna go Fivio Foreign Changed on Me featuring Rory and Polo G.
Okay.
What?
I'm gonna go with that. And we appreciate Shane Matthews for joining us.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Legend, absolute legend. One of the biggest guests that we've had on the show. Took a couple days to get this in the works, but we wanted to do that for you guys. First time on YouTube. Figured, why not bring a legend on the show?
These are the type of things that AB does for y'all behind the scenes, man. They be working his magic.
That's facts.
Got more magic coming too.
Oh.
Keep working some magic.
Sure.
Keep working some magic. But this has been another great episode of the Swamp Inside Fort Athletics. For Jerry and Marcus, AB here. We leave you as we always do. Go Gators. God bless. Take care of your loved ones. Take care of your chicken.
Yes, sir.
Hug your loved ones. Tell me you love them. Take care of your mentals. And just be safe out there, people. Wear your mask.
Wash your nasty ass hands too.
Wash your hands, and I ain't gonna say the rest.
We don't want none of that pop coming around, bro.
Marcus, what did Red Man Mama say? How high when she told him to get the pork chops and chunky?
Bro, I'm gonna leave that to you.
Is that all my what did she say?
I'm gonna leave that to you.
Nasty. Yo, stay safe out there, though. Seriously, we can't emphasize this enough. Stay safe
and wash your hands, please. Thank you. You don't wash your hands. Okay.
Wash your hands thoroughly under your nails and all that.
And don't eat over at everybody's house.
That part.
I think that part.
Next thing you know, you in the hospital, you got ringworm and bumps and all over you. You don't know.
It look like you in the play, man. We can't have that right here.
Yeah, we can't have that. But y'all be safe. Y'all have a good night.
God bless y'all, bro.
See y'all again soon. And again, our other podcast with our boy Darnell got a name change.
Yes, sir.
That's Coda Paint.
Y'all will find out when we drop that show.
Rebranding, bro. Rebranding, Steve.
Rebranding. And we're going to have an edit soon. So, yeah. Y'all be good out there.
Yes, sir.
Have a good